Okay, hello. It's been a good 3 months or so since I've streamed on YouTube. It's been a good 3 months or so since I've touched Knicks MyNBA, my era, my whatever. Used to be my league, and that's really all I ever want to call it. But now we're getting my era's my career, so I guess I gotta catch up with the times, like the old man that I am. How do I do anything on YouTube? Okay, it says I'm live. This is a good step. Very good first step here. Where is my Knicks folder? Oh boy. Somewhere I have a folder that has my Knicks thumbnails. Uh, Here it is. What was I going to use? I think I used that one. Yeah, I was going to end it with this one. Playlists. Playlists? Yeah. And then I got to change the game. Hashtag break the game. If you know, you know. What was that? That was like when Curry could shoot from half court like 50% of, make 50% of his half court threes or something. Hashtag break the game. Oh, okay. My my proportions on this thumbnail weren't the best. Okay. You know what? That happens. That'll happen. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it gets stuck for some reason, but it's fine. It should be fine. Am I even unmuted? Hopefully. I remember all of these streams starting with a big yap sesh before actually being able to get into it. So if you're watching this VOD, go ahead and skip about 10 minutes. You're testing. Hello? All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and there we go. Moderation. Yes, moderation is good. All right. As I said, it's been like 3 months. Mullet's sporting a new, sorry, Mulletich, Pride Mulletich at that, is sporting his champion Knicks fro, is what we're going with. Um, we've assembled kind of a pretty good team here, but it's been, I think, 11 seasons, and we've only won one championship, and none in the post Brunson, Cat, Bridges, OG era. So would like to get at least one more championship with this main squad of fellas before we end off here and never play 2K26 again until it's like 2032 and I get the urge. I really want to go back and revisit 2K26. And you know why I know that? Because I've been doing rebuilds on 2K18. I've got a fantasy draft rebuild that I've only played like a few games. And then I've got a sim rebuild of the what team is it even? Now I don't even remember what team it is. What team am I doing? It's not the Pacers. The Pacers are the fantasy team. What team did I take over? I don't even remember, dude. Yeah, it's going so well I don't remember it. It's so fun that I have no recollection whatsoever. It'll come to me throughout this rebuild, I suppose. Anyway, this is the squad for whatever year we're in. I don't know. Is it 2030 something? Okay, Swigo. Swigo was our draft pick in our first draft. So yeah, this is technically like the 11th full season. We took over at the very tail end of the real NBA season, which hadn't started the playoffs yet 3 months ago or something like that. I don't really remember. Maybe it was in the playoffs. No, because we still had regular season games left. How long ago did I start this series? About 6 months ago? Because the last one I did was 3 months ago, but that was the last one. So it's been like 5 months, something like that. Something like that. Part one says 4 months ago. It was March 23rd. So yeah, it's been 5 months. All right. Well, you know what? I don't know what part this is. I don't know what year we're in. We're just going to have to refresh our memories as we go along. Does anyone need a contract extension? It would appear that I cannot sign anyone to a contract extension at the moment. We're very far over the salary cap. That's fine. There's no aprons here, so we can use our imaginary money to just keep going over the salary cap. And the bulk of our roster is signed for years to come. So I remember not knowing how I pulled off this. Getting Julian right. Again, shout out Octi. I used real draft classes, and then I've been using some of Octi's classes. Oh man, we got to pay a bando. Is that why that's how we were able to do it? Because we had a bando still on contract, but we were able to sign right because we were right at the cap, maybe? I don't remember exactly. I remember I made a whole bunch of trades to get the exact roster I wanted, other than not being able to get from the Utah Jazz. There he is, Noah Halliday. Wasn't able to get Noah. He's not the best defender. He's not the best three-point shooter. He hasn't really even begun to scratch his potential ceiling. But we know he's a roller anyway. He doesn't need to be a Nick here. And look at they got Meduan as well, and they got Montez Cannon on this team. That's a lot of guards. Not a lot of front court. Anyway, I remember making crazy trades with Giannis and Luka, Tyrese. Lots of things have happened. This man is probably about to dominate. He's already kind of dominating for the Slimes. I forgot about Tony Garma. Kind of a big guard. Good attributes. Wimby's still a 95. He's on the Bulls with Garma. Cooper Flag we tried to get for a long time. He left Dallas for New Orleans. Stats are going to be funky. That's one thing they haven't addressed that I hope they fix is all these notes about everything that's coming to the game. Can you fix player stat cards? You get a few years into MyNBA and they completely disintegrate the stats. The stat tracking is just non-existent. So please, one day, Ronnie, I beg. We still got a lot of real players in the league, by the way. Brandon Ingram, Devin Booker, and Bam. Now a lower rating than his 83-point game. Shea's on the Boston Celtics. And he's never played a game. Never played an NBA game in his life. All right. Well, before I go crazy looking at stats that are broken, this is our rotation. Injuries are on. Bryson Dream. We had the number. Oh, I don't remember what pick we had. I know we traded down at least twice. I don't remember if we had one, but we ended up at 8. And Bryson Dream was in consideration for who I was going to take. I don't remember everything about how that draft exactly went down. I would say check if you really want to know. I do have all my past videos are time stamped, so everything important that you want to find, if you want to go back, it is time stamped at least. But all these VODs are unedited, so it's a lot of grinding and a lot of listening to me blab on about random stuff. There was one other thing I wanted to check before we got going. What was it? Well, until I think of it, we can look at league history and we can look at past champions. So in real life, the first season was the Pistons starting what looked to be a possible dynasty, and then they went and added Kevin Durant and fell off, and they haven't been back to the finals ever since. We won our first in year, you could call it two, you could call it three if you really wanted to, but we swept the Thunder behind Jalen Brunson. We made it back to two more, but Luka, after being traded to the Pacers from the Lakers, left in free agency to sign with the Suns and won a three-peat. He went to Sacramento, so that ended Phoenix's run of being decent at all. And then now Philadelphia's been to 2-1 both. Golden State tried to reclaim some former glory and lost both to the Wizards and the Pelicans, who of course are in the East because of all the expansion teams. We have 6 expansion rosters, and at this point, they all very well could be competitive teams. I don't know who is where. I don't know what's what. I see the Thunder with Micah Steiner, DeBone, and Jared McCain. So this could be a pretty good team here. Here's the Rollers as well. Bud Carrington. Okay, maybe not the best way to start, but a pretty good trio of players, and maybe more than that. So, and then of course I mentioned the Slimes with Justice. They've added Evan Mobley. Has he been here? They got him in a trade. I must have done that, right? Omer Meyer, Mark Sears. Okay, something. And then we got the Avalanche, Michi Holmes. Okay, this might be. Well, they got Paul Garang in the draft. That too. There's some hope maybe for the future. This team looks like just not very good, huh? And then there's the Brooklyn Knights. I sent the Brooklyn Nets back to New Jersey, so we have the Brooklyn Knights now. They don't look particularly great, but Flory Kuminga at an 88 overall could be pretty good. Is that all the expansions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one, I think. Was I missing one? Was that 6? I don't know how to count. Did I look at this Royals team? No, that was the one. They might be the worst of them all. Well, okay, 90 overall Zach Tucker after being let go by the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers in this series have done the worst job of just anything. Like they do nothing. They let everyone leave for no reason. Currently, they're sitting on Gordon Reed, who's not been particularly amazing in the scoring department, but he is a 91 overall shooting guard, so he probably should be pretty good. Michael Andrews, Jazz legend. Gosh, there was one other thing I wanted to check. We know the draft class here. You could call it the. Where is he? You could call it the Rafa Oyedeji draft class if you wanted to. There's Believa. I don't. Whoever requested this person in the Octi Discord, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all there really is to say about that at this point in time. Yeah. Should I start simming now? I probably should, huh? Also, another thing I want back, G League. I can't just send players to the G League. I don't know what it is. I don't know when exactly this started. I don't know if it's been because of next gen or what. The G League doesn't work. You can't use it. You can't send your own players to the G League. And you can't hire assistant coaches. They're in the game. I can't hire them. There's no spot to hire a coach to assist. Where do I even look at coaches? My staff. We got old Daphne Keene leading the way. We got Keith Park is our new head coach. That's right, because Mike Brown retired. Mike Brown? Gosh, Mike Brown won a championship with the Knicks, huh? That's crazy to think about. But yeah, you see, there's no other menu. There's no assistant coach option. So anyway, I swear there was one other thing. Oh, was it going to be trades? Here's some of the trades I made. Oh, it was our draft picks. That's what it was. Our multitude of future draft capital. We have. I'm not even going to count. We have like a million draft picks the next 4 drafts. Okay. You know what? Let's start to sim. We looked at the rotation. I don't know what year. It's 2035. All right. At one point, I said I was going to do all full 80 years. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's just start to sim this season as we start off with 2 losses. But then we score 152 points. Sim speed could still be a little better on console. That'd be nice. But, maybe PS6. PS6 is my console gen. That's when things are going to really take off for me. No, no. Okay, I remember Peterson getting hurt a lot. We're going to let him play through the bruised hip. Oh, right. I have trade approval. Okay, because there were some wacky trades after I put trades on, and I wanted to have approval. The Pistons really want to trade Ron Holland, huh? I mean, I guess. Ron Holland enjoyers everywhere cry out in panic. Pride Milicic dealing with a sore right hand. We can battle through that. Yeah, he's fine. Peterson isn't fine. Okay, he's fine. I was gonna say he's not fine yet. I'm starting to get a little worried. That guy gets hurt a lot. I feel. Uh, sure. Yeah, I guess. We're second in the West right now. Fifth power rankings. I mean, 21-9 is a very good start. We've only had 2 minor injuries. Again, I mean, I guess, guys. Like, I don't, I don't know. What am I supposed to? Gaskins? Hey, our old friend Pacome Dadier. Sure, Lakers love making trades instead of signing their own players. This is what we're doing in 2035. We're trading backups. I don't mean just backups, but like deep depth on the bench backups. What are we doing? If you guys want to make that trade so bad, by all means. All right. Yep. Spoke too soon. Peyton Watson had some news of his own in real life. Now a Cavalier. We've made it to 2036. I forgot how slow the sim speed was. It just completely stalls, dude. What are we doing? Boogie, a first round pick. Oh man, I wish when it showed this screen right here, it showed their ages, so I didn't have to go investigate and see if it's a decent trade or not. I don't know AJ Quig, so if he's older than Boogie Flan, this would not make any sense. If he's younger than Boogie Flan and he's got more potential, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on that one. Sure. I'm playing David Stern Simulator. Do I want to approve this trade or not? Shout out CP3 almost being a Laker that one time. What was that? Like 2009 or so? It would have been. I don't know. Would they won a championship together? Probably. I'm just clicking yes. I'm about to take that off of my ability to say no to trades. To be honest, Reboils for Baron J. Sure. Teams just mixing it up. We're just trading to trade. Is that Bronny? Bronny's going to Golden State. How about that? For Thomas Haw. Patel with a bruised sternum. Gonna have him play through. Should be fine. Ooh, okay, now here's a big trade. Is that Jalen Williams down to a 71? Ryan Rollins. You know what? Sure, I guess. Without knowing, without remembering any information about the team's rosters, sure. Mullet, another injury, strained hip, but he can play through. We're gonna have him be a trooper and not mind that hip pain for a little bit. Another trade. Bamuche, the favorite to be the first overall pick in 2028? Or is he in this 27 class? I'm not sure. I think he's 28. I don't think he's in the 27. Unless he reclassifies or something. I think he's 28 class. Something like that. We're 34 and 16 anyway. Down to third, actually, in the West. I'm saying the West. We're the Knicks. I feel discombobulated. I've been streaming for, what, 15 minutes? Okay, 21 minutes. Yeah. That seems like a bad trade. We're trading to 84. Don't know if he's starting. We'll say no to that one. It is the deadline. We can look at our stats. So Peterson at 21.8. He's shooting the ball incredibly well from three. Is it just he's playing fewer minutes, I guess? It actually seems like he's shooting way more threes. Is that why his points are down? But he's shooting so well. He hasn't been able to be this type of scorer for us, and I think that's just because we have a stronger team around him. He's averaging 9 boards. The rebounds are crazy. I mean, 7.5 assists is kind of crazy too. He basically is a point. How's our mate doing? Mate Kiachvili. Pretty typical numbers for him. Assists maybe a little down, but he's also playing less minutes. Pepsi. Pepsi's such an interesting name for one, but interesting. I don't want to call him a role player because he is an 88. He's averaging 4 assists as well as a power forward, but he's an interesting addition. I'm glad I was able to get him back because this is correct. Normally, when I see a stat card like this, I'm like, oh yeah, that didn't happen. That did happen. He was in the trade that got us Peterson, and then in the following offseason, we got him back with our multitude of first round picks. Mullet, he's putting up career best 14.8 points. Shooting's pretty consistent. Minutes are down. Still just 24. All these guys are young, man. I want to get through their careers at least. We talked about Mate. Here's Swigo. Is he shooting more threes, maybe? I remember I tinkered with tendencies a little bit. I didn't make anything super crazy. But I remember him just not shooting threes ever for the bulk of his career, even though he's had above an A minus to A 3-point rating his whole career. St. Supri, he was on a Nets team that beat us in the playoffs, so that's why I wanted him. You know who we traded for him? We had to get him up on out of here. It was, what's his name? Mayhop. He's been the spot starter for them. He's averaging 12. Good for him. I hope he's having fun in New Jersey and all that, but he had to go. He put up a goose egg. I think he was 0 of 10 in a last season elimination game. It's he's got to go. it's time. Sorry, man, you got to go. Julian Wright, Sonic's legend. He's putting up a modest 10 off the bench. Only 20% from 3 is pretty abysmal. Bryson Dream, top 10 pick, 9 points, 4 boards. He's doing all right. Shaden Sharp, 7 points. Patel 6 and 5. 3 assists as well from Patel. And our bottom 5 guys aren't really playing much. Again, I wish I could send some of these guys to the G League. Honestly, all of them could. I mean, there's no rule. I don't think there's a rule that says you can only have so many players playing in your G League affiliate. Maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely put Renato down there. I'd throw Mikel Newton down there. Larrington. Why not? But we have a strong team right now. We don't need him to play. So Swigo is still our leading rebounder, barely. He's got nearly a foot difference on Peterson, and they get the same amount of rebounds a game. Kind of crazy. Peterson, our leading assist man. He's up there in blocks as well. What doesn't he do? Well, he doesn't score 25 a game. That's kind of what he doesn't do. All right, let's keep it moving. My goal is to get through a few seasons today. I think the last couple streams I only got one season per stream, so I'm not going to mess around with trades and stuff. Oh, Mullet is healthy. Okay, we're getting hopefully. I know he's the only one injured at the moment, but we're getting healthy at the right time. We're actually down to 4th in the East. I can say the right conference this time. We're approaching 50 wins. Swigo just day to day. Every year, man. This man cannot stay healthy. It sucks because he's so good. And then we get towards the playoffs and it's his yearly injury around this time. So who do we start? St. Supri could handle Shaden Sharp. Not really inclined to start him. Julian Wright. His 3-point percentage is picked up. I like that. If we want to go big and slide some guys down, we could throw the top 10 pick out there. I wouldn't really mind that as an idea. It's probably between Dream and St. Supri. I'm not going to start anybody down here. I'd love to have Mikel Newton playing, but there's really no benefit for us to do that at the moment. And then Swigo's still recovering as well. I think we are going to start Dream. We're going to slide Miletich and Pepsi down. What did I just do? I didn't do anything. Move them down, start Dream. And then, honestly, I think I'm just going to go to a 9-man rotation for now. So all these guys' minutes are going to be bumping up. Okay. And then 9. Who's our coach again? Keith Park. Did I edit our stuff here? Yeah. 6 to 8 weeks. It's a tough injury. We've got the personnel to overcome it. It's just bad timing as we're getting toward the end of the season. Hopefully we can... oh boy, I thought that was going to be another big one. So he goes healthy. Hopefully we can hold on to a top 4 seed in the East. Have home court for at least for one series. We got the late season NBA Cup. Justice takes it home. And we're going to end up with 56 wins. Justice wins MVP. I think he's won MVP every year since he got drafted, and I overrid the first couple. But now he's won 3 straight, so... Because it's like, you look at the rebounding and the assists and the steals and the blocks and the shooting percentages are all insane because he's a 99 overall everything. It makes sense. But like the scoring wasn't that impressive. I actually upped his tendencies some so that he would actually shoot more as a 99 everything. And it makes more sense now. Like I don't see a guy scoring 18 points winning. Even with these stats, it is what it is. Malik Brown's going to win Rookie of the Year. Was he the number one pick? He was. He's somebody I definitely could have considered. I don't remember my entire thought process, but he's the same overall as Bryson Dream. So Tafer Penby, okay. Shout out Tafer. DeBoney clutch player, interesting. Doug Christie, Coach of the Year for the Slimes. Okay. Do we have any All NBA? Yeah, the Sonics are. They still don't have a full team. Like they're playing these guys 44 minutes a game. I don't. And like Zach Tucker, 42 minutes. Can you guys get a bench so you don't have to play your guys 48 minutes a game? Caden Gaskins, only 34 minutes, but it is only the third team, I guess. Did we have anybody? I kind of stopped paying attention. Oh yeah, we did. Derek Peterson makes the second team despite missing games at the tail end of the season. He played 71. Defensive teams, nobody. Rookies. Bryson Dream makes second team. That's interesting because we're kind of at a point where a lot of teams aren't playing rookies much. Some of these guys snuck in there with playing time. Zaire Washington, Rollers legend. And there's AJ Quigg. They almost traded him. They tried to trade him in a first for what's his name? Was it Boogie? Boogie Fland? Yeah, don't do that. So how many expansion teams are making the playoffs these days? 1, 2, 3. Of course, these two are in the play-in tournament. And then none in the East, so 3. All right, let's get through the play-in. And both make it through, Rollers and Sonics. So we will not have Lakers or Timberwolves in the West. We got an expansion matchup. We got Sonics Warriors. That's fun. Nuggets, Rockets, Spurs, Thunder. Those are some interesting matchups. I'm thinking about like real life. In the East, we're going to lose the Nets and the Celtics. Celtics don't make the playoffs. With Shea, Marquise Cannon, Rollers legend. 80 overall Luka. He's washed. Is he retiring? Yeah, he's retiring. Yeah, he's washed. And the Pelicans at the 1 seed is always kind of interesting to see. Of course, they got Cooper Flag, Cole Pete, Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor. Did I have him in a different series or something? I think my Spurs, whatever you want to call it, dynasty rebuild. I had him as my backup center for a while. And there's Carter Bryant. Speaking of the Spurs, I see Torrey Moriano here, bust legend. Was it I think the Hornets drafted him. I believe first overall the first year of Octi's series, and he was a complete bust. He's only 74, so I guess that's just in his DNA is to not progress. I don't know. And meanwhile, we're matching up with the Hawks, which is where Peterson came from, and he's no longer on either team. Even though he's standing there dribbling, because he is going to miss some time. How long is he still out? 1 to 2 weeks. And the Hawks are going to be without Bilal Coulibaly, Pacers legend. Helped us get who did we trade him? Was it Jarris? I believe so. I think we picked Coulibaly, and then they come up and say, actually, this pick's being traded, instead of actually, having the league year coincide with the draft, so that you can announce trades before the picks are made, and then you can hand the draft pick the hat of the actual team that is drafting them, and not a team that is trading them immediately. Can we put somebody to work to fix that finally, Adam? Can we get somebody on this? It's been far too long that that's been just a stupid way of doing that. But anyway, I think we're gonna probably roll with the same rotation. We might even let's see, how's our bench playing? Patel, he can't shoot that many threes. He's only shot 15 all year. Okay. I saw the percentage. I was like, there's no way. There's no way he's shooting like 5 threes a game or something. He's shooting 13%. He's not. It's fine. Shaden Sharp just kind of out there running around. We're gonna take minutes off of him. St. Suppery's good though. I think I'm gonna give him 4, and we got 6 to play with. Who's getting them? Who's our leading? Who's like been our leading scorer since Peterson went out? I assume it's Miletich, but I don't see that his points per game really went up much. Well, he's coming off a 34-point game. He had some bad ones in there, but he's got high 20s. Yeah, he's had some games where he's just not shot well, but the potential is still here for Miletich. I feel like he's a guy that can be a high 20 point per game scorer, so we're going to rely on him the most. Maybe Dream plays a little less. We give those to Swigo since he's healthy. And I know our minutes per possession is kind of screwed up right now because Miletich is not technically a small forward, or he's not technically a shooting guard, but he's playing the spot anyway, so that should be fine. We should get Peterson back for the next series if we were to win. I'm not going to overlook the Hawks like I did the Raptors multiple seasons ago, but hopefully we can get this done. We'll just go game by game. I don't want to mess with the simcast really unless it's like I guess for elimination games we can. But we're going to lose game 1, and we're going to lose game 2. Well, that's a really bad start, guys. That's a really, really bad start. At home, 8 of 21, 6 of 19s, not very good. Julian Wright off the bench. I mean, it took him 16 shots to get there, but Pepsi had a low double-double. Swigo had a low double-double. We just don't seem to have a scoring punch right now. We don't have anybody that can take over. Pepsi. And to Miletich's credit, 6 of 13, 4 3 balls. That's better than the first game. But we lose by 20. We've scored 92 and 101. And we've given up 99 and then 121. That's interesting. Don't love that. Sharp. Do I cut Sharp's minutes? What did he have game 1? 2 on 1 of 5. Here's what's going to happen. I don't think the big lineup is working, it seems. They've got Malik Brown at the 2. Gerald Jackson, who is a power forward. I mean, they've got a big lineup too, so maybe we should. Oh, we've got Dream on Cam Boozer, huh? Yeah, we're gonna have to go small. Yeah, that was a bad matchup for him, huh? We're gonna have to start. I think it's Julian Wright's time to shine. Prove you can be the dominant force that you are in the Sonics Octi franchise. He's averaging 13 and a half these last 2 games. He hasn't made a 3. We're going to keep Miletich at the 2, I think, and we'll have Wright play the 3. I think we match up better this way. And then, yeah, we're going to take Sharp's minutes out. Dream's still going to play a lot. Patel will play a little bit more. And then we got 12 minutes, which Wright's going to take most of. I guess we need to be playing Pepsi more, huh? That looks about right. Go down to 8-man rotation. Backs are on the wall. Backs are on the wall? Backs against the wall. Down 2-0. We do win. There you go. Despite Boozer putting up 42, 28 to 19 in overtime, that had to have been multiple Overtimes, yeah. I mean, I see the minute distribution. Maybe it wasn't, but for some reason in an overtime game we played. Why is Derek Peters? How is he playing? Not just why. How did he get in the game? He's listed as our 15th man at the bottom of the roster chart. It's not a depth chart exactly, but how is he getting in the game? I don't know, man. And by the way, Milicic scored 40 in this one. 14 of 27 shooting. St. Supri 34, huge game. We had Mate foul out. Or no, he had 5. We had Pepsi foul out with 6. Huh. Well, huge games from Milicic and St. Supri. Julian Wright did have a big double-double. His first start for us. Coming in game 3 of the playoffs. That's, you know, as good at... Oh, gosh, dude. Golly, man. When it rains, it pours, huh? Well, good news is we just had St. Supri have a huge game. The bad news is we have to immediately go back to Shaden Sharp getting some minutes. And like we could give somebody else some minutes, but nobody else has been playing. My guy, we need you. We we need you. It has to be this way. Julian Wright was awesome. Oh, St. Supri. Let's keep St. Supri coming off the bench. Peterson's going to start at point. I want Wright to start still. We're actually going to keep the 8-man rotation. Oh, man. He's a 90 with the injury. I don't want him getting hurt immediately, dude. Oh gosh, I want to give him as many minutes as possible, but is he going to be fully healthy for the game? No. I thought maybe if I simmed, it would go a day or two and he'd be fine. All right, game 4. We win. Hopefully nobody else got hurt. We win by 4. Multich with 20. Julian Wright showing he belongs in the starting lineup, although he did have 6 turnovers. Don't love that. Swigo double-double, 4 steals. Peterson first game back, 15, 9, and 6, 2 blocks. Not bad. Interesting game. Bryson Dream just 6. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have put Bryson Dream in the starting 5. My bad. But we've tied it back up at 2. Unfortunately, Peterson's still dealing with the injury. Oh, man. Patel. I don't think we can play Patel so many minutes. I don't think we should be playing Dream that many minutes either, to be honest. There. All right. Game 5. Yep, game 5. We win. Peterson's still going to be dealing with the injury. But we've taken a 3-2 lead, and Peterson leads us with 17 points. Oh, boy. Where's Milicic? 9 in 41 minutes? Oh, my goodness. 5 of 26. Yeesh, guys. What are we doing out here, man? Well, we held the Hawks to 9 points in the first quarter. That's an awfully good start. I mean, they only scored 81 the entire game. They're really missing Peterson, too. Huh? I feel like they've been hanging around the playoffs every year, but they just don't. They don't have it like they had it. They're a pretty good team. No, not so much. All right, game 6. We win. There you go. We will play the Wizards, who upset the Heat. Anything else crazy? The Slimes beat the Rollers in 7. Sonics get swept. Will we have Peterson back at full strength? No, still. Former number 1 overall pick AJ Debance. And it's not just AJ Debance and friends anymore either. Bombatour is a 96. Joksimovic is a 94. I believe this team has won. They're one of the teams that won a championship, right? Yeah, they won the title 3 years ago. Joksimovic was finals MVP. Okay, well, Peterson's still hurt. And of course, Mate is out. How long is he out? I didn't. I think it said season, so I didn't even look. Yeah, dislocated right patella. Ah, our mate. Our mate. All right. Well, Wizards. Trey Johnson off the bench too. Game 1. We win. Julian Wright 38. Dude just needed to start, I guess. We had a secret leader on our bench. Game 2, we win. Okay, not so much this game. But he still had 17 and 9. Peterson 10, 11, and 13 assists. Just 3 of 6 shooting. Have we finally found the combination? Did it take our best player missing 2 months to find the best combination of players? Peterson is healthy before game 3. This is a big time development. Saint Superi's been really, really good. I don't want to take many minutes off of him. Bryson Dream's not been bad. I don't want to sound like I'm crushing him, but Patel, it's all about our starting 5 right now. Swigo doing his thing. Pepsi, 34 minutes a game. I don't know why that's so low. Julian Wright's got to play the same, like 40. Multich is up at 40. And Peterson's only at 32. He's fully healthy now, so we really should be playing him more minutes. I kind of want to go with this for this game and see how it goes. And we lose. Of course, that's how that goes, right? We lose by 9. Peterson still plays 38 minutes. Scores 28-13. Multich, another big game, 33. Who do we take minutes off? Again, it's like, do we take minutes off Patel and Dream? We got to find a way to give Peterson more minutes, even though he played 38 in this game. I think it's going to have to be Dream. And then we're going to have to borrow some minutes from the fellows here and just ship them on to Peterson. Carius, my man. It's up to you, and we lose. Okay, no new injuries. That's always good. The Slimes have already beaten the Spurs. Already swept them. Phillies up 3-1. Denver 3-2 on the Warriors. Lose by 5. Peterson only 18. I feel like Swigo's putting up a double-double every game, but he gets like, I mean, that's it. 12.7 points, 9 rebounds. It's solid numbers. He's shooting 50% from 3. Just shoot the ball more, man. I know we got scorers in the lineup now, but golly, bro, shoot the ball. Patel 12 in 14 minutes. Oh, okay, right. Had his first really bad game of the playoffs, 6 points. I mean, just 2 of 5 shooting, 4 blocks. He's just kind of out there. I think he's going to be the guy that has to lose some minutes then. We're just giving our starting 5 basically everything right now anyway, though. And we lose. Oh, man. No injuries. What's Daphne keen to do in this situation? I've tried a lot of weird combinations in the past. I once had Point Towns running the show for the Knicks. What do I do here? What do I do against this? No offense to Buzelas, who was not really developed into much of a scoring option. I feel like Pepsi should be able to kind of cook him, and he's just not really doing that. Maybe that's because there's so many scorers in the lineup. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're gonna start Patel at center. We're gonna slide Swigo to the 4, and then Pepsi 3, Maltich 2, Peterson 1. This looks insane, but hear me out. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hear me out, though. He's not gonna play many more minutes. This is our effort to just go big and dominate them inside and out. Hopefully, I mean, if Swigo just pulls a 3 every once in a while over Matas Buzelas, you'd think he could shoot over him. Let's do Simcast. See if we have a chance for Game 7. We're staying in it. We got a lead. We're pulling away. We are pulling away, kind of. Yeah, we're pulling away. Nice win. 138-107. No new injuries. Very good. 30-12 for Peterson. Patel 7-6. Yeah, it's weird. I get it. You're like, Skillet, what are you doing? Why are you starting 7-4 power forward? Well, ask the Spurs, all right? Ask the Spurs. Simcast, Game 7, Knicks Wizards. A classic matchup. Not really. Can we get it done? Yes. Yeah, it would seem so. 124-100. We have advanced, and we will play the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, that's more of a classic matchup, I guess. I don't necessarily think of them as like major rivals throughout NBA history, but that's more of it, I guess. Wright with 27 off the bench. Dream 15. Like that. Our defense, much improved. I can't point to Patel being the reason of that, but I don't know. Swigo putting up his usual 11 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, we held everybody but Bansa really in check. Joksimovic, 3 of 12, being guarded by Pride Miletich. That's huge from Mullet right there. Although, 2 of 10. 2 of 10 from 3, 5 fouls. Pepsi also fouled out. I know they're playing heavy minutes, but we outscored them 42-14 in that third quarter when we really pulled away. That's nice. You do like to see that. Those are nice things to see. So Philadelphia now, they've won recently. Last year, I believe, led by Dash Daniels. Eamon Thompson, only an 82, but an interesting player, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see. This is no longer Jokic, of course, because we had Jokic for a little bit. They have Judd Houston at center, who's okay. Paolo, decent little squad. The Slimes, of course, led by Justice and Evan Mobley and company. Ace Bailey as well. Okay. Shout out a song I wrote one time. If you know, you know. All right. Game 1, Knicks Sixers. We win. Pepsi puts up 40. We've got guys that can just kind of take over whenever, but it's so sporadic and random between. You really just never know who's going to do what. And the Sixers still have Edgecombe. He must be coming off the bench. He's an 89. He's coming off the bench. Okay. Well, I guess when you have an 88, I guess when you have an 88, you bring your 89 off the bench. SNGA. They're starting Eamon Thompson still too. I don't know. You guys do you. We'll take advantage of it or not. Okay. Well, now we lose by 12, and now I'm concerned. Pepsi double double, 12 assists, triple double for Peterson, almost a double double for Swigo. 4 of 17. He finally takes a lot of shots, and he was bad, but we won by 12, so it worked out. Edgecombe continues to be really good in this series, at least scoring. Don't know what else he's doing. Game 3, we lose. Okay, by 4. This is becoming concerning as well for us. Peterson's really putting up a lot of stat sheet stuffed games performances. I'm starting to lose the confidence in the Patel starting thing. Diane Knicks legend in a different series I did once upon a time. The test series, actually, that's what I'm referring to, was a test series I did for this. We're gonna start. No, we gotta start right again. Gosh, losing Mate. Honestly, tough injury to have to deal with. We have no guard depth without playing sharp. St. Superi's been really good. I think I might take a few minutes there. Dream just doesn't do a ton when he's out there. I guess I'd rather Patel get a few of those minutes. We only have 2 extra minutes to throw around. Give him to Wright. Pepsi's still only playing 36. I'd love for Swigo to just play a little more, but it's hard to get minutes. Game 4, we win. 36 for Peterson, 30 and 10 for Pride Militich. Swigo 15. And you know we had to have that 11 rebounds. Pepsi 5. I mean, he's only shooting 6 shots. He had 10 assists. I can't say it was a bad game, especially when we win by 22. All right, game 5. We win. We are so close to getting back. No guarantee of another championship, of course. Bryson Dream in this one, just 2 and 2 boards. Really just is kind of out there. So we go to 6 boards. Who had boards in this game? I mean, that adds up to 43, but interesting. Peterson, the big double-double. Mullet, once again, 31, 8, 7. 7 threes. Big game. Julian Wright, 30. It's huge. All right, game 6. We lose. Oh, boy. Only scored 91 in this one. Nobody had a particularly good game this time. Militich 3 of 15, 2 of 12 from 3. He's really streaky, but I mean, Peterson's only 3 of 12. We just didn't have it all around in this game. So we go just 7 and 6 rebounds. The Slimes will make it out of the West, beating Denver in 6 games. What do we do? Is there anybody I see here that could give us something? I know Joel. I haven't talked about Joel Anderson since this entire stream. He's an 81. He's been just plugging away in the G League for different teams, and I was able to sign him for cheap for depth. He is a higher overall than Patel and Dream, but I just have not tried playing him at all this entire season. Is there anything he does better? He is a better post defender and slightly better rebounder and better athlete than Patel. Better inside scoring, slightly. Worst mid-range. That's kind of it. Maybe it sounds crazy because he's barely played all season. He's appeared in 9 games, including the playoffs. He's probably played like 30 seconds. He's not as big. He doesn't have as many badges. Do we call upon Joel Anderson here to be the enforcer out there? Or something like that? It's win or go home. It's a chance to go to the finals. Joel Anderson is going to get a few minutes. Not a ton. I'm just not really comfortable with these guys playing so much right now. It's going to get a little 6-minute stretch. We're going to take 2 more off Patel. Give him to Wright. He's been so good for almost every game, other than one where he scored like 5. I think Peterson needs more minutes even. He needs to just not come out the game, to be honest. Mullet's playing awesome. Peterson's been good. I mean, those are crazy stats. I just wish he'd score more. But look at the shooting percentages. The three's down a bit from what he was doing in the regular season. So 35% is not bad. Game 7. Championship hopes are on the line. Simcast. We're hanging around. We're getting a lead. We're pulling away. We pulled away. Now, we didn't have the best offensive performance of all time, but I guess we had the best defensive performance of all time. Going to win by about 15. Yep. 97-82. Peterson is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Why don't I just read the words that are right there instead of, well, let me make up my own thing. And no new injuries. How nice. The Slimes are going with Rob Dillingham. Is that an injury situation? No. Do they have a better guard on the bench? Yeah, Omer Mayer. Why are you not starting, dude? I don't know. Rob Dillingham. Peterson, you got to cook. Peterson needs to cook. It's us. It's the 2 guys. The draft class that we introduced, Miletich. The same class was Justice and Pepsi. I knew I had to draft Miletich. I knew I didn't want to draft Justice because I wanted him to be an adversarial character in this series. We ended up getting Pepsi. We ended up trading Pepsi after a year. We ended up getting Pepsi back. This is their moment to try to prove that, at least as a collective group, as a team, they are more prepared to win. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. We got to go do the darn thing. Joel Anderson, did you do anything in that game 7? Not really. He did have 3 rebounds, so he did something. But we're going to take those minutes back off of you, buddy. Somehow Renato is cold. He's not even playing. I don't know how that's possible. I don't want Peterson coming out the game. And that's about that. Peterson needs to have the ball in his hands at all times. Let him cook. And what are we doing here? What are the Cavs doing with Raymond Gomez? Can you make up your mind? They're just constantly calling him up every day. Okay. Anyway. Oh, brother. It's time. Time to stop. No. Peterson, he shouldn't have that game where he came off the bench for 5 seconds or whatever, but he is our most valuable piece. I will say we have a lot of very valuable players, a lot of really good players. Peterson is the guy. If we're going to win this finals, we need the player of Jalen Brunson of real life, or we need the Jalen Brunson of the championship that we actually won in this series. We need him to be the guy. So we'll see how it goes. How about we do Simcast every game for this series, though? Just to see so it's not just instantaneous. Keeping game one close. Got a bit of a lead now, though. We're pulling away. That should do it. Yeah. Yes, sir. There's game one. 124-106. Don't play the game. I don't understand starting Rob Dillingham. Pearson scored 50. And that's why I don't understand starting Dillingham, who had 9 and 6. Mayer 4 and 7 off the bench. Played about the same amount of minutes, but Justice, I mean, that's a solid performance. 0 4 from 3. He got fouled 12 times. Or, well, he shot 12 foul shots. I don't know about fouled 12 times, but Mobley almost a triple double, including 4 blocks on the stat sheet. That's pretty good. But we really cooked him in the second half. Outscored him by, what is that, 13 and 6, 19. That'll do it. That'll be how you win a game by 18 points. The 50 bomb from Peterson is awesome. That's validating what I had just said. Why are you starting Dillingham at this moment? I don't know. But we take it. Game 2. Slimes. Okay, we get a lead. I was going to say they're just going to lead wire to wire, or what are we doing here? Okay, we got a close one. We got a very close one. We got a very close one. Oh boy. Oh, we got a bucket. It's not gonna be enough. 3. Oh, we get 2 at the end. Oh gosh, dude. There's no like game play-by-plays there. Gosh, dude. Why? Maybe they fouled. Does they foul? Do teams foul in 2K when you're up? I don't know. Down 3, we get 2, and that's game. That's tough, man. Losing by 1 in Simcast like that. Oh man. Dillingham a slightly better game this time. Mobley just 3 of 10. For us again, Peterson big game. Pepsi with 21. I think we've got the right lineups going. So we go just 3 of 14. St. Suppery just 3 of 10. Oh, man. I mean, we lost by a point. It's 1-1 in the finals. I don't know what we can change right now. Simcast game 2. Give more minutes to Joel Anderson and more to Shaden Sharp. I don't know about that game. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know about that. Here go the Slimes again. Can we at least keep it in range here for a late game comeback? Well, we went cold, and now it looks about out of reach now. 2. Did we get enough stops? No. 5. And that's going to be a game with an extra free throw. 6-point loss. Golly, dude. Huge triple-double from Justice. Looking like Jokic out there. 5 steals and 3 blocks as well. That we can't overcome that. I mean, that's a lot to deal with there. Pepsi 25. Peterson was okay. Fouled out, though. Well, it's just 8 on 3 of 16. So we go 6 of 21. 4 of 19 on threes combined, those two guys. Peterson just 1 of 7 from 3. Definitely not our best performance. Let's just sim a game regularly, shall we? Game 4 simmed. We lose. Oh boy. Well. So here it is. What's the lyrics? Our final night alive. And if the earth falls to the ground. Oh, Pride Miltich. Mikhenzjevich, it's you. Oh, we got to give them all the minutes now. Saint Supper, you've been a really, really good backup guard in these playoffs. Bryson, it's just not your time yet, buddy, and that's okay. Patel, we might need you a few minutes out there. This is the finals. We gotta have our best hands on deck. Down 3-1. Game 5. Plan to stay alive. If we win, I'm going to hit a jive. We're down by 10, so. The finals hopes are not alive. I already said alive. I don't know what else to rhyme. This will be our third NBA Finals loss. We have now lost to the St. Louis Slimes. Another triple double. And a hashtag night 2 remember. Thank you, Nick Wright, for the hashtag. The St. Louis Slimes are the first expansion team to win, led by that man. Didn't have enough to beat him. And that's going to be a problem going forward. Because how do you beat that man? Yeah, pretty nice triple-double there. Ace Bailey with 25 as well. And for us, Peterson, 13 on 10 shots. Nobody shot particularly well. I mean, Mullet at least had 21 on 18 shots, 5 of 10 from 3. Pepsi missed. He was just kind of chucking out there, but at least he got to the foul line, 5 of 6. Right, only 4 of 8 at the line, 4 of 16. Saint Supri, I took his minutes, and he went 7 of 8. So maybe that was a mistake. Patel had 8 on just 1 of 4. 6 of 6 free throws. Nobody in this game was in foul trouble. I mean, Hamilton had 5, okay. But yeah, man, I really felt like we were a deep team, and the better teams that we played in the playoffs just didn't need to be deep. They just needed to rely on their stars, and their stars were better than our stars. So I still see the bright future ahead. We still are a very young team by all accounts. Peterson is about to hit 30. He's had a lot of nagging injury problems that have cost him time. It didn't matter this year in the playoffs. I mean, we were able to win the first series without him, but this is a really bad look on Peterson to go out 4 of 10. You only take 10 shots, right? He missed 6 shots and all of them were threes. Shoot the ball more, man. I know we got shot chuckers on this team, but like, you're the ultimate shot chucker. Put it up. And he had 9 assists, 7 turnovers, only 10 shots. Saint Suppri's taken 8 shots in 14 minutes. You got Peterson being outscored and outshot nearly, who played 43. So something ain't right. Something's not great. And I know it's simcast. Either way, it's simulation. So it is what it is. We missed 6 free throws. They also missed 6. Shot 38% from 3. I mean, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Now, here's another problem. Again, the problem is justice. We have Swigo, who's cool, and Swigo was the first draft pick in this entire series when we drafted him and Bryce James in the second round of the 2026 class. Why Bryce James is in the 26 class, I don't really know, but it is what it is. We followed that up with Mate, who was hurt in this series, the final 2 series, which did not help. I don't foresee like blowing up the roster completely, but we have a billion draft picks if we want to do something. So That's a tough way to lose, man, but that's 2035-36. Devin Booker going to go retire. Brandon Ingram, Bam, Shea, Luca. A lot of formerly great players and other players. Staff retirements: Ty Lue, Joe Mazzulla. They're out of here. To the Hall of Fame goes Luca, Shea, and Devin Booker. Is there anybody that should have made it that we just looked at that was retiring? I feel like somebody. Maybe not. Oh, why does it do this, dude? When you go back to players retiring, it shows you every player that's retired in the entire history of your league. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, we had Giannis for a few years. Forgot that. Anyway. Booker, Shea, Bam, and Luca get their jerseys retired. I don't know what's going on here. 2017 to 2033, and then 2020 to 2030. That's in those years. Why are those years separated? I don't know. Because the game's weird and goofy. Show us some high picks. Well, we have picks 5, 6, 10, 18, 21, 23, 27, and our own 30. That's a lot of picks. That sure is a lot of picks. What do we do with those picks? I don't know. We need some guys. A good team doctor would be really nice. Is this guy the best available? I see this guy's got one less star, but he's got 1 billion badges. I think I'm going to prefer the badges. And then honestly, everything else I'm just going to let... Uh-oh. No, we didn't get him. No, we didn't get the doc. Oh, crap. Now we have a bad doctor. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, no. Okay, Taylor Stewart. We're going to give you a year. And we'll have to try to get a better doctor next year. Oh, dude. We got Keith Park as our coach still. I'm going to let Daphne take over the rest of the staff. We'll skip the combine and workouts as well. There is a player I probably want here. I don't really care to bring Sharp back. Is there anybody that we can trade off? We've been operating over the cap, so I've been okay having guys with high salaries, but a lot of these guys are on several years left on their deals as well, so I don't feel encouraged to trade anybody just to trade. Patel, I mean, Patel's only 24. He's a fine backup center. I like the 3 assists per game. He's not exactly a defender, but he's no Mitchell Robinson. Some of these guys we just can't trade because they're young and they got options and stuff. So the thing is, we definitely don't need this. Now, we could get some decent young talent, and there's probably a few guys I would take at the top of the board. Malik Thompson, possibly. Darian Howard, possibly. Caleb Boateng, possibly. Oyedeji, possibly. Those are all guys I really like in this class. Blieva as well. And of course, we still don't get. Can we fix this glitch as well, where stats don't happen in the draft classes? I'll be honest with you, I would love to get like 4 of these players. I don't know how we're going to make that happen with the roster we have right now. I think I mentioned all of them though. Thompson, Howard, Boateng, and Oyedeji. If I traded the entire remainder of my bulk of draft picks to get up to have the top 4 picks, and we have so many picks, we might as well try, right? And we've got very high picks to work with. It's not like we're coming up from, the 20s. We've got 3 top 10 picks. So let's just see what all we can make happen here. Memphis has pick 1. So we'll give you 5, and we'll give you, say, 18, and we'll give you 21, and we'll give you 23, and we'll give you 27. All right, so we have pick 1. Traded 5 first this year to get pick 1. We still have 6 and 10, and we have all these other future firsts. So we can still make some things happen here. I need to find whoever has pick 2. I am forgetting how to do anything. Here we go. The Pacers. Wait a minute, not trade find. Yeah, I forgot how to do anything. Okay, Pacers have pick 2. Don't give them pick 1. We'll give you 6. And we'll give you 30. Let's start there. I don't really want to give up 10 yet. Okay, we got 2. Like I said, I want to get some young guys here. If I need to end up trading some guys or letting some guys go, as a result, that's okay. Okay, there's picks 1, 2, and 3. I think I want to get 4 as well. Who does 4? This is absolutely insane, obviously. We're in August, all right? It's been 3 months since I've touched this MyNBA, so give me a little bit of grace here as I do some silly things. No. Don't make me accidentally trade. What was that? Screen. Don't make me trade one of the top 3 picks by accident, please. Did it? Oh, I hate when this happens because I get nervous. It's like, oh, did they change something? Start over. It was Boston. Celtics, not Boston. There we go. Okay, 4. 4. We'll give you this pick. And this pick. And we'll throw in this second rounder. Okay, I don't think anything changed. We have trade exceptions. I guess that's what those are. I'll give you this first as well. And we'll give you this first. Okay, we have now acquired the first 4 draft picks in this class, and we still have 6 firsts to play with. Do we just go ahead and get pick 5? Even if I don't end up using pick 5, it would be kind of funny to do it. So let's go ahead and do it. It's only 3-star value. I feel like I'm not giving up all that much on some of these. I don't know if I'll be able to get this one. I may not have enough. That's definitely not going through like that. 3 firsts. They want one of the other firsts. No. I can't trade either of these. I've got this last first rounder, though. They really want to give me Terrence Stewart, who looks suspiciously like Count Kestis. I'll throw in my 2 seconds. Does not go through, unfortunately. Is there any player we can move off? Because if we're bringing in 5 players, was that Joel Anderson? Still has a year? Yes, and he's an 81 overall. We might have to end up moving some of these guys as well. Newton, Mercer, Vernado, Larrington. Let's go ahead and do Joel Anderson, though. He's a 2.5-star value. Shoot, man. Might get pick 5 for Joel Anderson. Okay, not quite. I don't want Terrence Stewart. No offense. I'll give you my own pick, and I'll throw in these seconds because I'm such a nice guy. Okay, don't take my seconds, and don't offer me Terrence Stewart. Take see, the Bulls are pretty good now. Take the Bulls first. Okay. Take the Cavs first. Here we go. We that was kind of quick to get the top 5 picks, to be honest, but it was a lot of moving parts there. We have acquired picks 1 through 5. Didn't we have 5? We started with 5, didn't we? We got 5 back, and we have no picks in 2037. Like we need them though. You know what I mean? We got 2 firsts in 2038 still, a second in 39, and our picks in 2040. So we're definitely reloading. Now here's the question: who do I even want? I've acquired the top 5 picks. I mentioned some guys that I might want. I want a Darian Howard for sure, 100%. I also want Malik Thompson, 100%. Who else? Probably Caleb Boateng. Probably Rafa Oyedeji. The 5th player, honestly, it'd be kind of silly to take 2 centers, but like, I really like Blieva. I'm not taking Finn Boyd top 5, man. St. Washington. Wolf O'Driscoll. 7'6" wingspan there on the 6'9" small forward. Tempest Reigns. There's good players down the board here. I think I know who I want, and we'll figure out how to make it work with the roster. This would be absolutely insane to see in real life. 5 first round, or the first 5 picks. But we're going to start off with the Darian Howard, shot erasing mid post scorer, and we're going to hope that he eventually can become the future at the center position for us. With all due respect to Swigo, I think it's time we try to maybe phase him out of there. And hopefully this is the guy that can do it. If not, Swigo will continue to be the guy. We'll see. Pick 2. It's the number 1 player in the class, Malik Thompson. Arguably, we opt for the big man instead of the German fella, which has happened before. Dirk. Where'd Dirk go? Was he the 2nd pick? He would have been he was either like the 2nd pick or like pick 10 or something. I don't remember. I'm thinking he was 2nd. Anyway, pick 3 is going to be Caleb Boateng. Also international. Nope, he's from Boston College. Never mind. Sometimes you're confident and you say things and you're just not correct. It happens. Pick 4. I got to have him as well. Rafa Oyedeji. Come on down. May drive the Knicks coaches crazy if he can't learn to rein it in. That's what I like to hear from my 4th overall pick. And finally, this is an interesting type here. 6'8", 270 at center. What are we, Chuck Hayes? Chuck Hayes was like 6'6", 250 or something like that. Again, interesting players. Rain Walker, maybe. Again, not considering Finn Boyd, but this pick. We're good at point guard. We're good. We're good there. The one player that I saw a bit down the board was Wolf O'Driscoll, actually. I kind of want him as well. But not at 5. We're going to take Hachem Blieva. I know it's another center. He's 18. We're probably going to trade Patel. Averaged 13 rebounds with the broken stats. So the first non-pick of ours is going to be Finn Boyd to the Indiana Pacers. I promise you this has nothing to do with anything Fever related. I did not do this. This is out of Octi's class. This is somebody in his Discord that submitted this player. All right. I did not have anything to do with the creation of that person. There's the 6'8", 270 center to the Royals. Again, I gotta remember him. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm trading for Wolf O'Driscoll. I'm trading for him. Was that the Mavs that just took him? I'm trading for him if it's even possible. He's a 3.5 star value. We only have one first to trade. I can't trade either of these because they're... Whoops. No, we're not trading Mullet. No, we're not trading exceptions. I don't know what they would do with exceptions. Now, we're bringing in 5, possibly 6 players, so if we do that, something's got to move along here. Who was this here? We're not trading Swigo yet. I'd like to keep Patel. I'd like to keep Newton. I think Patel can be traded. I think Mercer can be traded. A Supri a free agent too? I guess we weren't good at point guard. Maybe I should have drafted Finn Boyd. Maybe I should keep Mercer then. No, I think Mikel Newton might be the guy. Depends on how he develops. You see Newton is a by far worse 3-point shooter and a by far worse perimeter defender. Yet he's a 78 overall, whereas Mercer is a 75. He's got better size. His inside scoring's way higher. Playmaking's the same. IQ is actually a lot lower too. What exactly makes Newton that much better than Mercer? I'm not really sure. That is interesting. I like Larrington. I like Fernando. Well, shoot, man, we might need both those guys. I don't suppose this would go through. I don't want to trade Boateng, no. We got to make something happen here. It's got to be. Well, do they like? Oh, I can't trade. Can't trade Newton, and I can't trade Mercer. Oh, because they have options. That's unfortunate. It's either I put Swigo into this deal, or there is no deal. Or I could trade Fernando, apparently. Could I trade Larrington as well? I'd kind of rather trade Larrington. I don't think Larrington's ever going to play for us. Would they take this? They take this. We have also acquired Wolf O'Driscoll. Sorry, Larrington. Alright, we have no future draft capital anymore. But we did get 6 draft picks. This honestly wasn't the best draft class to have all these high picks, but I mean, there was good talent down the board this entire first round. I mean, there's a guy at 35 that was a 76. That's kind of crazy, to be honest. But we are now going to have even worse cap problems, by the way. That's okay. It happens. Sometimes you're just way over the cap. All right, so who is a free agent? It's just Saint Supri. We still have Mercer. Newton could switch back to point guard, or I mean, we've got both these young guys here. One of them could play point. Yeah, we've definitely overdone our team here. Probably going to trade Renato. Is there any chance I could still get Noah Halliday for Renato? I don't suppose there is because we have no picks. He's only an 83. If I was to give them both Mercer and Renato, Can't. Oh, we have no picks to trade. I don't want to trade Swigo yet. I don't want to trade Pepsi or Dream. Boateng, not a good 3-point shooter, but a A+ defender out the gate. I don't really want to trade Mikal Newton for Noah. Can't trade Mate because he's hurt. It's an interesting predicament I've put myself in with not having any picks anymore at all. We had to have 6 first rounders. We had to have 6 top 10 picks this year. I think we're gonna have to let Mate or not Mate Saint Supri go, and we're just gonna have to fill out our positions with what we have currently on the roster, which means we have to get rid of somebody, which is gonna have to be Mercer, unfortunately. Well, we can start our recouping of draft capital. The Pistons have been pretty bad ever since they fell off when they signed Kevin Durant. Oh, the Knights, though. Yeah, we'll take 2 Knights first round picks. Or the it's only first and the second. We'll take 2 Knights firsts for a guy that was a throw in a trade like this time last year. So here's the thing at point. Newton's got to move down, and then one of these 2 guys has to move down. I think because Thompson's a better perimeter defender, I kind of want to leave him at the 2. So Rafa, and he's got 3-inch longer wingspan, I guess. Rafa and Newton need to move down. All these guys can play the 2. Now we only have two guards, but that's because we got to move one of these guys down, which is either Boateng or Driscoll. This is interesting. Or Mullet. Could Mullet become our 6th man, or could Peterson become our 6th man? Interesting discussion we're going to have, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to move Mullet to the 2. Our first round picks aren't even going to play this year. We got 6 top 10 picks. They're not even going to play. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do exactly yet. But that's my thought, at least. Because now we've got these 3 guys are all the small forwards. Well, Boateng might. I mean, they're going to play. We might even expand our rotation this year. Pepsi, Dream. Fernando's probably not going to play at all. And we've got some talent at center. You know what else I miss? When you do quick edit, you used to be able to go to Vitals and you could change their jersey number. And I know that means nothing for simulation, but I still like to edit jersey numbers. So why did that get taken away? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I really don't know yet. Milicic has B+ post defense. Man. I think ultimately it's like Wright's the guy that still shouldn't be starting. But I don't want to put him at the 2. Pepsi's got B- post defense. Um, could Mullet play the 4? We put Pepsi at the yeah, because if we put Pepsi at the 3, still we got to move O'Driscoll looks like he's more of a forward, doesn't he? The D plus perimeter defense, but B minus post defense. He looks very similar to Vernado, actually. Hmm. Vernado might end up getting a spot here. Oh gosh, he goes down two, moving a small forward. But O'Driscoll goes up one. That doesn't even make sense to me. All right, we'll keep those guys where they are. And again, I'd love to have the benefit of being able to put my young guys in the G League. I'd throw Blieva in there, Vernado, Rafa, Malik Newton would have been in there. This is weird. One of these guys is going to come off the bench. It might be Peterson. He's coming off a, what was he, 3 of 10 game, elimination game in the finals. He's been hurt all the time his entire tenure. He may regress as well. So we're not going to do anything at all in free agency. Saint Supri, I appreciated your 2 years here that we got out of you. Actually, no, just 1 year. The stat duplicated for no reason. Goofy. I never know what to do with the trade exceptions. I mean, I don't need them, so just renounce them. If I knew where these guys were prior to now, I'd be fascinated. Maybe you got Anthony Edwards going to Cleveland. I guess that's something. Tyler Rose, Wizards legend. Swan Castle going to Portland after a long time in Golden State. Can't believe the Spurs let him go. Jamie Thompson to the Suns. Suns legend, you could say. Jet Rivers available. Rollers legend. Not exactly. All right, we'll just skip through free agency, I think. Player progression. Swego's still getting better at 29. I like that. Pepsi going down one. Rebounding gets slightly worse. Dreams up 6. I love that. That's big for him. A minus 3 point from the 7-footer. Not a very good defender. Not a very good rebounder, but a really good athlete. Up to B plus. Fernando didn't change. Julian Wright didn't. He went down. Post defense goes down. IQ slightly up. Okay, I guess. Peterson down 1. Milicic down 2. Part of that's because of his position change, though, because like none of his ratings actually were affected. I don't know what we're gonna do. I can't bench Mullet. Darren Peterson's been our leading scorer since he's been here, but again, he gets hurt every year. We get to the playoffs and he's not available. He was good when he got back. It's just we weren't good enough. Do we go with Julian Wright though? And then the point guard position, I mean, Mikel Newton's up 5. That's awesome. That includes the position change, so he's really up like 6 or 7. Oh, the meme. C plus 3, B minus perimeter defense. I mean, he's getting A playmaking. He's getting a lot better, honestly. B athlete, C plus IQ. Yeah, that's a huge leaps and bounds better. And Mate mostly staying the same. His inside scoring's down slightly, and his athleticism goes down a couple ticks. I'd say Rafa's the future of the position, but he's not really ready yet. He's the best athlete of the three. He's got a 3 ball, and I'd like the playmaking to come along a little bit before we throw him out there. We got interesting jersey number choices. Nothing too crazy, I guess. Summer League. Skippa. Shout out Rara. Any of our Knicks on the team? Nope. And hey, Shaden Sharp and Shea, even though he retired. I guess that's realistic. It's interesting that the FIBA team can use retired players though, even though he did just retire. I believe we have one more Octi class that I have saved, and then I was working on a class of my own that I hadn't finished or even gotten close to finishing, but yeah, I think we had one more Octi class. Wow, there's only 5 good players on the US team, I guess. Well, they're pretty good. Tayshaun Thomas, even though he's listed as from Sweden. Who are the other good players in this? I mean, all these guys are pretty good, but there we go. Nikola Obradovic out of Duke. Where's Thomas from? He's just Sweden. Who's the other Duke guy? There's 2 Duke. Oh, Armani Ingram. There you go. Yeah, these guys are pretty good. This wouldn't be a bad class to have the first 5 picks in either, to be honest with you. I'm happy with who we drafted. They just may not be here, long term. That's crazy to see these guys playing all 48 minutes in this game. Is silly. But anyway, that's all there is to do. And bring back training camps while you're at it, Ronnie. That'd be helpful. At least one or the other. Give us either training camps or give us a functional G League. Would be really good. And also when I go, oh okay, never mind. I've already got my secondary positions set. Okay. So this shouldn't take too long to set up here. We're going to go with maybe not a full 15-man rotation, but it's definitely going to be more than 10. I want to see too, is there anything else we should change here? Get shooters open. Seems good. I want to be a better rebounding team, even though we have good athletes. Mate is still out? Oh my gosh. I didn't even think that was a realistic thing that could happen. He's still out a week or two. Okay. Anybody we can extend right now? No. That's fine. I mean, that's good. We don't have to worry about anybody leaving. We are $100 million. Oh, like I said, there's no aprons here. We're not wearing aprons. We're playing basketball. All right. Yeah, I guess that'll happen when you acquire the top 5 picks in a draft and draft 6 players in the top 10. I guess that'll happen. This would be like a 500 million tax addition that you have to pay for being this far over the cap. I have no plans to move off of any of these players really anytime soon. We were pretty lucky with injuries most of last season up until Peterson got hurt at the very end. For that reason, we're going to bring Peterson off the bench at least to start the season and see how it goes. I liked what I saw from Julian Wright. He played much better in the playoffs when he was getting chances to start. Mullet gives us a little bit bigger of a body at the 2. We could also put Peterson at point. I didn't even consider this. Why didn't I consider this? We're not doing any of that. We're putting. Why am I dumb? Nobody's around to tell me how dumb I'm being. We're putting Peterson at the point. Duh. And then the backup 2 right now will be Mikal Newton. What's wrong with me, man? Somebody stop me. There we go. There we go. All is right with the world now. We have our 5 players who actually want to start in the starting 5. Imagine that. Okay, the second unit. Howard does have to play as one of our. He was the number one pick, so he'll play. Bryson Dream will play. Who was our backup three? Is it Boateng? I think it's Boateng, right? Now, who do we? I don't feel comfortable putting Link Thompson in right now. It's gonna have to be Newton, and then we don't have Mate, so Rafa, I guess. Well, okay, for now, while Mate's out for now, let's put Newton back at the point. Actually, um, we'll have Rafa at the two for now. This isn't exactly what I want long term, but since Mate's out to start the season, Howard, Dream, Boateng, Thompson, Newton. So we've got picks 1, 2, and 3 in our second unit with Dream and Newton, and then others. Blieva, O'Driscoll, Bernardo, Oide. Okay. These guys are going to play some. I guess I'm going to go with a full 15-man rotation. Right now it's going to be 14. I want my guys to actually stay healthy, and I want other guys to play. So the second unit's not going to play a ton of minutes. They are very young, all of them. 19, 21, 19, 19, 21. Kind of crazy for a second unit. They could all play in. They could all go back to college right now, probably, and play in for whatever team they want. That's just how the NCAA rolls. All right. Anyway, Blieva, Vernado. I don't like that Vernado didn't go up at all. That's a bummer. O'Driscoll. Of course, we traded Larrington. I'm okay with that. I mean, I like the guys I got, so I don't know how many minutes these guys are going to play. Maybe 6 each. Okay, I'm good with this for now. Now, once Mate, here's the thing about putting Peterson in the starting lineup, and I was like, oh, why didn't I do this? Well, it's because we had Mate. It's just he's not healthy. So once Mate is back, what are we going to do then? Is probably move Newton back to the 2 to play over Thompson. We've also got Boateng. I kind of wish I had a. Like, the cool thing about having Wright last year, being able to bring him off the bench, was that he was a really good high overall player coming off the bench. Now it's like, okay, well, he was just the third pick, which is cool, but he's a 76. He's not an 84. We don't have somebody deep on our bench anymore that we can bring off the bench like that. It's awfully early in the season to be looking for trades, but especially considering we have no picks. The year I finally have 0 draft capital to offer, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe we can get Cooper Flag for pennies. Would the Pelicans trade Cooper Flag for pennies? Probably not, right? Not to mention we have to match salary. 3 firsts and a second is the best I can do for draft capital, and then we have to match his salary, which is what, 50 something million? 70 million? Have I ever offered Peterson for Flag? I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do that. Would I do this? I've tried for so long to get Cooper Flag. I don't think I would do this. They're the same age. which is kind of crazy to think about since the man was drafted in real life this year and Cooper Flag just last year. We got 29-year-olds. That's what happens when you're 12 years deep into my league. I don't think I would do this. I don't know if the Pelicans would do this. I probably wouldn't do it if I was Pelicans either. I'm surprised this matches salary because we're taking on another 12 million. There's nobody else I really would want to trade either. Man, we're just such a good deep team. We did, again, it wasn't enough to beat Justice. Yeah, Cooper Flag's awesome. I'm not going to trade him, or I'm not going to trade for him right now. Is there any other veteran player? Because if I could trade Vernado in my picks for somebody that could be our backup small forward right now, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I saw Kuminga earlier. He's not on. He's not a very good free throw shooter for one. He's not on like a super duper crazy contract. What team was that? The Knights he was on? Again, it's like my best offer that I really want to make is Vernado, and that's not enough for salary. Would I be willing to trade Swigo? That's still not enough salary. Did that say 3.5 stars for Swigo? Sheesh. Where's Believa? He's making less than Swigo. I don't want to trade. I mean, this was the guy I wanted the most. I'm not trading Howard. I'm not trading one of our top three guys. Thompson. I mean, we just took him second overall. That's still not enough. Okay, we're not getting Flory Kuminga. Anybody else? Any other bright ideas? Yeah, Micah Steiner, the first team All Pro for the last 2 years. Latonka McLean. Caden Zach. He's making 12 mil. Whoa. I do like me some Caden Zach. Probably not gettable. Spurs legend. Probably not available. They've got Wimby, they've got Garma, they've got some other decent players. They got old Chet. Would they be willing to trade Zach? He's a 4.5 star value, so no is the answer, in all likelihood. It would take more than Vernado, which right away is a problem. So we go at 3.5. Oh, brother. Dylan Betts any good? A minus post defense, A rebounding. Terrible field goal percentages. They probably would like to give him away. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'd have to give up a player. Bernardo. Oh, do we trade Swigo? He's been here this entire time, man, and he's not even going to start if we do this. How terrible is it that the Bulls put Chet on the same team as Wimby, by the way? I could move Wimby down to the 4 for them. I don't know if it really makes sense for them to be trading Cade and Zach, but like they've got a good collection of players. They can move some guys around. And give them another 7-4 guy. Oh, I don't know. Do I really want to do this? My thought process is I've got two young centers that are going to come along, plus Bryson Dream that can kind of handle that position okay. We get Caden Zach, who's going to be so much better this year for us off the bench. I know he's an 87. This is like a similar thing as putting Peterson off the bench. And it's my guy, man. It's Swigo, dude. Did he really average 10? No, those stats are duplicated. It took him a while because he was playing behind Cat and Mitchell Robinson. Took him quite a while. Second round pick. He's had some monstrous games for us in the playoffs before. I don't think this is worth it. I really like Caden Zach. He's a really good all-around player. He's only 20. He's only 22 as well, man. Swigo. I keep talking about Swigo's developed, and he's 29 now too, man. We got to get younger. I know we just drafted 6 guys, but Dylan Betts would be our depth center for this year, third string center. We move Varnado and we get Zach. Somebody else can move up to the 4. O'Driscoll can move up to the 4. They say no. We have some picks. We have an extra now 2041 pick as well. I don't want to trade the Knights pick. If I don't have to. But I might have to. Can we not even make this happen? It can't even happen. Oh no, I tried to trade him and now I can't. Oh, this is the best. I believe this is the best offer we can do. They have to give us a player. Can you trade two-way guys? No. Do they have anybody worse? Oh, they do. But he's not. It's not enough money. By 800K. Oh, they have another guy. Would this work now? What was the value on that center that I was looking at? Betts? Oh, it still doesn't go, man. Oh. Yeah, if we can't get Caden Zach, we're not getting Cooper Flag. It's got to be so close, dude. Zach's a 4-star value, but Sweego's 3.5. And we're putting in 3 firsts. It's just that's all the treasure trove of picks I have left. There's nothing else. And like, yeah, I've got players, but nobody I want to trade. Ah, man, there's just I just can't quite make it happen. Huh? That's tough. The good news is we still have Swigo. That's the good news. The bad news is we have to rely on some of these younger guys immediately, like Boateng and Thompson. Another piece of good news is once we get Mate back, I think Mate's just going to go to the bench. What if we trade Mate? Because we kind of do have a logjam at guard now. He's been good for us too, but he's 27. Something to consider. Let's actually just start the season though and see how we're doing. I don't know why it took me so long to get Peterson at point guard. I know I like Mate, but put Peterson at point guard. Let's go through. Let's get Mate back first of all. Gonna win our first 5 or so games, and Mate is back. So now what do we do? Bryson Dream's already cold. Okay, that's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Bernado's hot. Somehow he's shooting 37% from the floor and point. Okay, I don't even want to see that, dude. I don't even want to see it. How's he on a hot streak? Bleva can shoot the 3 a little bit at 7'2", 250. I like that. Oh my gosh. That's what I want to see from Oyedeji. I like that. We get Mate back, like I said. Both Boateng and Thompson are on hot streaks, but okay, again, how? Okay, 56% from the floor, cool. 25 from three. He's on a hot streak. Newton's not doing a whole lot yet. Stop! Why did it sim? Why did it keep? Okay, dude. I don't understand why it decided to go ahead and sim another game. But sure, okay. We won. We're 6-0, so. Alright, we're going to swap Newton back to the 2. And Rafa back to the point. So there you go. Four minutes for our bottom guys. Mate's back with 12. Maybe we give him 14 and we give Dream 14. 6 and 2. Maybe we don't give Dream 14. Maybe we give Boateng 14. Seems pretty good. I feel bad for Mate because he worked a long time too to get the starting opportunity, and of course he was behind Brunson. So again, this is not a real season. In fact, his first couple real seasons are just completely gone off his stat card, and this season is duplicated at the bottom for some reason. I can't even begin to explain or understand why the game does this. I really wish it would not, but I can't wait to spend $100 on 2K17 to play it 9 days early and have the same problems. How's everybody doing? Peterson, 21, 8, and 9. That's great. Muletich, 16, 4, and 5. That's good. Wright, 17. Yeah, that's really good. Pepsi, 13, 8 boards, 6 assists is awesome. Swigo's one downside is he's not a facilitator at all. He's just kind of out there. Howard's already averaging 1.7 assists. He doesn't shoot the 3. Blade was already at 0.7. I like our roster, dude. I kind of don't want to make any moves. We're what, 6-0? Now, why is that? Is somebody else hurt? No. I don't have any minutes to go around. Another thing to fix, Ronnie. I don't know why this happens sometimes, but sometimes you get an injury, you go to fix it, your rotation's set, blah, blah, blah. You go back and it says you can't because there's something wrong. There's nobody that's injured. I have no minutes left to allocate. But guess what? I have to go click CPU rebuild rotation, back out, and then go back in, and then rebuild my entire rotation that changed. Oh, first world problems. Like, okay, nobody said that in the last 15 years, but just another annoying thing that could be fixed. It'd be cool if it was fixed. Is all I'm saying. That's all I really want. Is just the annoying problem to be fixed. It's not a big deal. Just please fix. One of these 2Ks, get around to fixing that, please. That's all I ask. Because I gotta redo the exact same thing I just spent a bunch of time doing. I don't remember exactly how the minutes were distributed. I think it was 34 to Peterson and 32 to Multich. That's an awesome. I like the hair there. I really do. The matching Knicks orange big afro with the headband. It's a nice touch. If only I could give them goggles, man. I really wish I could give players goggles. You know what else I feel like? I feel like Swigo, he's been playing in the NBA for 10 years, 11 years now. He's got no swag. He's got one little wristband, and maybe that's meaningful to him, and that's cool. But he's out there wearing 52. He's a big, lanky, 7'4", 250 big guy that occasionally will shoot a three. And then you got Howard looking like Dwight Howard, and it's like, man, he's just got no, he's got no aura to him, you know. At least Pepsi's got a sleeve, and he's, Pepsi Zero, like that's cool. If that trade for Caden Zach would have worked, I wouldn't have been mad. I'll just say that much, and I'm gonna stop talking about him. All right, let's keep it going. Nobody to resign, right? I already went over that. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's oh, let's not do this. Caleb Boateng, 4 to 6 week injury. Okay. So, do we trust O'Driscoll? He's been bad so far. Thompson's not shot the ball well. How many threes is that? Is that 10 threes? It's only 5 threes. Okay, extremely small sample size for Adeji. I think I'm just going to go to a 14-man rotation. Obviously, he's hurt. What I mean to say is I'm not going to give these guys more minutes down here, and I'm not going to give these guys more minutes either. We're just going to give the starters more minutes. Here you go. Hey, look, I didn't have to have the CPU rebuild my entire rotation that time. Yay! Alright, we lost a couple games in there so far. This might be our best team yet. This might be a record type of team. I don't know. We get Boateng back in there. Step at a time. Up the board we go. Is he playing 14 minutes, I think? Should he be playing 14 minutes as a rookie? Debatable. Should I have drafted 6 top 10 picks? Debatable. How's Howard and Dream looking? Pretty good. Count your days, we go, as he's averaging a double-double for the first time. I'm going to replace you. Playing the best basketball of his life at 29 years old. Yeah, one of these days it'll happen. I had to replace Brunson and Cat. It'll happen. I like how wasn't OG the first player I shipped out in the series? I believe of the starting lineup, like Josh Hart stayed around until he retired. Brunson and Cat both eventually got traded. Bridges was in a trade. Back spasms. You can play through the back spasms, right? Is that Dariq Whitehead still hanging around? Sure. Seems like a bad trade, but sure. They get a second round pick out of it, so ooh. Jalen Duren at an 80 overall. The Lakers always need a center. They're offering a 70 overall one for an 80 overall one. I guess, man. Lombardi? Sure. Well, our possibility of going 73-9 is in jeopardy now. We're 31-6 as the simulation comes to a grinding halt, moving at slower than snail pace right now. It's just annoying, dude. Why is it so bad? Sure, man. Make a random trade. Oh, mate's good to go. Okay. Good news for once. I think I'm only getting through 2 seasons today. It just takes so long, man. And I know I take so long too, but when I start to simulate, I'm ready to go. It's like let's get a move on here. Klingen for Mingo. Okay, seems bad. I don't know if I'd want to trade for Klingen right now, but all right. Oh, we've lost our 8th game. That seems like a bad trade too, but all right. Can we win out? The Mavs signed Saint Supri and they're already trading him for a point guard and a pick. I'm going to say no. You signed Saint Supri, he's a good player. You hold on to him. And they're like, Saint, we wanted to do right by him. We wanted to trade him to a contender. He gets on Twitter and ats me, the commissioner. He's like, I can't believe the commissioner blocked my trade. All I wanted to do was compete for a championship. It's like, I'm sorry, man. That's unlikely what that trade even was. Scotty Barnes. He's been with the Pacers. Pacers looking to acquire Whitehead, who was already traded a few minutes ago, and a pick for Scotty. This seems bad, but you know what? The Pacers have made and have had bad things happen to them all throughout this MyNBA, so why not let another bad thing happen? We traded, Scotty Barnes, bro. We traded Cat for him when he was with Toronto, and then we traded Scotty in the Peterson deal to Atlanta. That was a long time ago now, but that's he was the focal point of 2 huge trades for us in this series. I think we kept him for 2 years, maybe. I gave it a shot. I didn't want to flip him after just 1 season. He's a good player, and we do not win out. We finally lose again for the first time since I said that. And Miletich, okay, it's not terrible. I saw Achilles and I was extremely worried. 2 to 4 weeks is not it's not that bad at all. Mikel Newton is going to get his first shot at being a starter. That's exciting. What's not exciting is having to not have Mullet here for a month, possibly. But Mikel Newton, you're up, bud. Good luck to you. Can Peterson stay healthy? You know what? At this point, honestly, I think I'll take a few minutes off him. Howard's really a traditional center too. That worries me a tad. How good he's gonna really be for us. I give these last 2 minutes to Mate. He's having to readjust to being a bench player, and he's shooting 41% from 3. That's pretty good. Pretty good adjustment. We're still going to easily win 60 games, unless we have tremendously terrible injury luck here in the last few days. There it is. Looks like we're going to be first in the conference. Mullet is back. And again, I think I might cut minutes across the board for the starters because we have had such a good season. I don't, especially Peterson, I really don't want to see somebody get a major injury here. I'm forgetting who's supposed to go where. Thompson, you're back down here. All right. We're going to give all these bottom guys like 8 minutes each. And then the second unit can play like 14 apiece. There you go. So they're not taking too many minutes off of them. They're still going to play. It's not like we're tanking. It's not like we're trying to lose intentionally or something. But bruised rib. Sorry, bruised hip. 1-2 weeks. Justice is going to win another Cup MVP. I don't think we've ever won the Cup. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd have to do some research. But are we going to win 67 games? Ooh, that'd be exciting. We won 67. There's Penby again. Tyron Stokes, clutch player. Hey, we won a game more than the Slimes. How about that? We have the same offense at a 99 as them, but they have the defensive advantage, 99 to our 94. Justice Wimby, DeBoney. Any Knicks? Yeah, Peterson once again headed into the playoffs injured, but at least it's day to day. He'll be good. Oh, look at Noah Halliday, man. Oh, he can't make a three to save his life, but 9 boards and 10 assists with a steal and block and a half. I tried so hard to trade for him so many times too, man. And there's the other guy. Geno Hunt, I guess I could have tried for him as well. Kings legend. No Knicks. Well, that's not true. We had Peterson on second team again. Boateng is going to make All NBA first team, as well as Howard. Okay. And then Plieva sneaks in. Interesting. Because he was bad. And no Rafa. Huh. Alright. This year we got the Slimes and the Rollers. No Sonics. With DeBoney not even playing. And nobody in the East. So just the 2 expansion teams. Let's see. Who do we lose? We lose Dallas and OKC. Man. Not as dominant, huh? I mean, they got Penby come off the bench at a 93. That's kind of crazy. In the East, we're going to lose the Nets and the Cavs. Sorry, Cavs. Sorry, Anthony Edwards. That's tough. They traded for Lombardi. Did we have Maxwell Knight in this? That must have been in my Spurs rebuild or something. I remember the name. So who do we get? We get the Miami Heat this year. I don't remember playing the Heat. And Peterson's going to be healthy game 1. I like that. Jeremy Goyer. Interesting. That's an interesting matchup. Him and Swigo. Nate Mint. Dame Sar, Ben Sarah. I mean, no offense to these players in real life or anything, but we should, how to say it? This should be belt. I think that's the best way I can say that. I'll have to look at stats here in a moment. Bryson Dream, almost 49% from the field and 43 from 3. I'm glad we got him. Okay. I think this is how we're going to start out. I know it's crazy to have a 15-man rotation going into the playoffs. We are the 1 seed. I'm not saying anything terribly bad. I know I said we were going to give him belt. All right, I know I said that. I'm trying not to underestimate him though. We win game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. And we sweep them. And I mean that was, inevitable. Okay. Game 1 we win by 11. Peterson 22, 10 and 8. Game 2 we win by 21. Peterson again leads the way. Game 3 we won by 58. Yeah, that'll do it. And game 4 we win by 14. Peterson leading scorer in all 4 games, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. He's on a pretty good run right now. I think moving him to point guard too was a good, uh, smart move as well. So next up is the Bulls. We tried to pull off the Caden Zach trade. I'm just remembering to look at stats as well. He's shooting, I mean, for the playoffs, 50%. 27 of 54. Oh man, yeah. I kind of wish we had Caden Zach. They're starting Mohammed Shakiri. Do they not have Chet? Yeah, Chet is waiting on here. He must be hurt. That's a real shame. All right, before we get to those games, stats. Peterson did lead us in scoring, no surprise, with 21. He's averaging 27 and a half in the playoffs. I like that. Pepsi, 15.6. Was that a career high? No, 16.9 a few years ago. Pride Militich, 15 and a half. That is a career high by 0.1, just barely. Julian Wright, 14 and a half. Career high, no surprise there. Swigo doing his thing, 11 points, 9 rebounds. All right. Mate off the bench, 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, just under 40% from three. Bryson Dream in his second season didn't play as many minutes, so the stats do go down, but his shooting percentages went up, except for free throws. Interesting. Boateng, pick 3. He was aight. 29% from three. He's not great, but he's not a three-point shooter, so. Mikel Newton stepping up into a rotational role. He started some games. He's not a good three-point shooter right now. Just has not developed that, so that's unfortunate. You know what? I've forgotten to see any tendency things before this season too, so I'll have to go into those before the next stream, which may be the last one. I don't know. We'll see. Howard 5.5, 3 boards. Hideji 4 points. Yeah, I mean nothing bad sticks out really. We're a deep team. We're playing everybody right now, which may come back to bite us. We may have to shorten the rotation, but if it's working, it's probably. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably gonna work until we face the Slimes in the finals again. So let's see what happens with the series with Chicago. We lose game 1. Well, that's a great start. We win game 2. We lose game 3. We win game 4. Oh, jeez. We lose game 5. And Milicic has dislocated his finger, but he's healthy. Okay. Pop that bad boy back in. We got game 6 to play. Milicic. Now here's the good news. We can shorten up the rotation a lot. These guys, sometimes they sneak their way in for a minute anyway, so I don't mind giving them 2 minutes. So these guys just aren't really ready to be playing minutes like that right now. Here's where we crank up the leaders of our squad. We'll go Simcast. We got to win 2. We got to win the first one first. We're off to a pretty good start, but the Bulls hanging around. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Got a bit of a lead now. We got a nice lead. We got a real nice lead. We got a nice big lead. And we win by 19. No new injuries. Boston has advanced. The Slimes have advanced in 6. Boston took 7 games to beat the Pelicans. Peterson 29. Yeah, look at everybody contributing. I like seeing this. Other than Rafa, surprisingly. Milicic fouled out. Swigo had 5. All right, we got to do it one more time. Simcast, Game 7. At home against the Bulls. There's no Michael Jordan here. There's no prime MVP, youngest MVP in league history, Derrick Rose. There's not even Jimmy Butler or Joakim Noah. We have made it to the Eastern Finals again. Seems to be every year we do that. Swigo with 24. Hey, when was the last time Swigo led us in scoring in a game? It's been a long time since I've noticed. Wimby 24-19. We tried to trade for Zach, and he had 4 on 2 of 15 shooting. Not exactly the best impression to leave us on as we go to the Eastern Finals. Boston. Well, I mean, they got Marcus Spears, who's great. At least they have him, because everything else not looking all that impressive. Can I get some belt? Can I sim game by game? Where's game by game? There we go. We win game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. We lose game 4. We lose game 5. Don't lose game 6. Sorry, we win game 6. And the Slimes win in 6 as well. It'll be a rematch. The Slimes, they had our number last year. Justice, of course, best player in the league. We'll recap the Boston series, though. We win by 38. Pepsi led us in scoring in game 1. Game 2, Pepsi dropped 50. Pepsi 0. Nah, that's Pepsi 50. And 10 rebounds. Huge game from Pepsi. 20 of 29 shooting. Dream 6 of 7. Nice meme there. Miltic, I mean, he's, we didn't need him to score. He was only 3 of 13, but, when his draft classmate puts up 50, you don't need to score that much. It's all right. Peterson leads the way in game 3, and we smoked him by 47. Nice double-double for Swigo, of course. Game 4, though, we lose by 4. Miltic was back in the scoring department, but ended up losing. So, and then, Pepsi comes out and only scores 7 in this one. Game 5, they win by 9. DJ Wagner, 38. Peterson, 28. Pepsi, 9 and 12. Where's Swigo? 7 and 8. Where's Swigo? Just 1 foul as well. Interesting. And then we close it out. Game 6, 112, 101. Peterson, 31 points. Yeah, Pepsi, pretty modest in all the other games, but it was nice to see him have an explosion in game 2. That's crazy. Was that Mason Sifa? Rollers legend. Shout out to bro. Yeah, the 50 bomb from Pepsi 50s is pretty funny. But now we have the Slimes. And it's the same 5 as last year. They've got Mayer back in the starting lineup, which is smart. I don't think they kept Dillingham because I think I saw him on another team. Yeah. Well, can Swigo stack up against Justice? Now, ideally, maybe Howard becomes a guy that can do better against Justice in the future, but the future is not now. The present is now, and we need Swigo. So I'm going to enter game 1 still giving these guys 2 minutes a game. If I need to change it, we'll change it. This is how we're going to operate. Let's just start by simming the games. Game 1, we lose. Peterson 18, Pepsi 18. We lose by 22. Justice only had 14 in this game. And we lost by 22. All right. Rotation is getting shortened. All these guys are going to drop minutes. And oh gosh, I saw the 3-point percentage there. It's like, oh man, yeah, our bench just ain't doing it. They're not doing the darn thing right now for us. We need the starters. Go crazy. Game 2, we win. This is how we win. We rebound from losing by 22 to win by 21. That's a crazy one game turnaround. Peterson, big double double. Milicic, also a big double double. Mate 14. I like that. All right, game 3. The good news is he can play through it. The bad news is bruised right hip again for Peterson. It's going to last him for the remainder of the season, but again, he can play through it. So, and we win game 2. Or sorry, 3. That's huge. Justice only 17. He's not scoring the ball as well here in the finals, and nobody else has really picked up the slack. We win by 7. Pepsi 24, Wright 21. Peterson almost a triple double, which is 10 points. Huh. Oh, buddy, it's game 4, and we lose. Oh, by 18. Crawford 34. J.J. Crawford was a top 10 pick. He was not really, I mean, he's shooting the ball really well in the playoffs right now, but his stats have been really consistent so far. Somehow he played for a team called Texas in the year 2000. I don't know what that means exactly, Ronnie, but sure. For us, Peterson, 28, 10 boards. Pepsi, not a really big rebounding guy, is he? He averages 7, but you get a game like this where he only had 2. It's kind of interesting. Oh, man. I'm looking down there at Mate, who's not playing very well. I think we got to give the starters even more minutes. Like, considerably more minutes right now. They can be tired. I mean, it's the finals. Mamba mentality. We win game 5. Despite only scoring 16 in the fourth. We had, I mean, just great scoring first, second, and third. Peterson leads the way with 34. Pepsi 26. Right, all 3 of these top guys had double doubles. That's huge because nobody else really did all that much. Milicic took 1 shot. He fouled out in 12 minutes. Took 1 shot. Howard, 1 of 7. Played 14 minutes. Spigo did have 4 fouls. Maybe he was in. The timing on the fouls was bad and he had to sit. I don't know. Justice 21. He's got to be more aggressive. And it's got to be a tendency thing still, but they need him. This is for our second championship. Could it happen? We'll go devastating. All right, I was so devastated. I needed a minute there. Luigi Swigo. We tried to trade him for Caden Zach. It didn't work out. He's remained our starting center all year. He's been with us for 12 years, and here in the finals, in the most important games of his life, he would have been on the title team when we won as the third string center. Trying to get his first ring as a starter. He is out. And Peterson's still recovering. Swigo is out. Who do we start against the man? Lyndon LJ Liquid Justice. What do we do? Is it Bryson Dream? Number 8 overall pick from last year. He's 22. Is it 20-year-old Darian Howard, number 1 overall pick? It's not Blieva. It's going to have to be Howard, I guess. Dream will play more. Oh, I forgot to trim where it says rotation. I forgot to turn that down. Kiplieva, 36 minutes. Oh, shoot. I can't. Okay, you know what? Because it's got the glitch problem. We're going down to 9-man rotation. He wants to start Bryson Dream. I want to start Howard. No Thompson. Yes, Boateng. It's my fault. It's my fault for telling it to rebuild the rotation. I should have known it wasn't going to put the players how I wanted the players, so it's my fault. Man, the problem is like we don't have like Pepsi's not a center, you know. Ooh, the Pepsi Center? That's a heck of a nickname. If we were to play at the Pepsi Center. It wants to play my bench guys a lot more, but like, no, can't, can't do it. Playing through injury, it's like, hey, buddy, play the entire game. I don't know why I can't seem to get Pepsi to play heavy minutes, even when I set him to play heavy minutes. Don't know why that is. All right, the man's first start in the NBA. It's coming Game 6 of the NBA Finals. What an unfortunate injury. Luigi Swigo done for the year. Can we hold on? We only need to win one of these final 2 games. Although it's not looking good for this one. Our offense stalled and going to drop Game 6 by 11 points. Justice triple-double, of course. No additional injuries, thankfully. What do we do? How do we stop that man? 31, 11, and 10. He's Bailey fouled out. Howard 11 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, like that. Bryson Dream had 10 and 6. These aren't bad things. I mean, Miltic just 5 of 20, 3 of 13 from 3. Pepsi was 1 of 7 from 3. Peterson only 37 minutes played in 8 shot attempts. That's not what I want. that's just not what I want. Coach Park. Oh, you can't set. That's another thing they got rid of, I guess. You can't set your top scoring options anymore. I was going to put Peterson as the number 1 scoring option. Does this just mean like we need other players that aren't going to shoot as much in the game with him? I don't know. I don't know how to make him shoot consistently more. Especially, I need him to shoot in this last game. You know, kind of need that to happen. It's like we can't play Howard that much. We also can't play Dream that much. Boateng's not a guy that's gonna. He's not. He shouldn't really even be playing. Neither should Newton. It's gonna be Mate getting a lot of minutes. And somehow between these 4 guys right here, they're going to have to man the center position. I don't know how it's going to happen, but Peterson, we need you, bro. I need you to lock in and represent that jersey, bro. We need this chip. I need this to be the end of the series, man. Let's do it. My plan is to do at least one quicker, hopefully long-term sim after I win my next championship, which could be this game, could be right now. We're gonna find out. My headphones are making an extremely high-pitched squeaky noise in my ear. I don't like that. I hope that's not coming through the stream. We're blowing them out, by the way. We've doubled their score. I'm not even paying attention to the score because of this buzzing in my ears. It's 81-44. It's a complete smackdown. Darren Peterson is injured. Consider adjusting the rotation. No. I mean, you could sit him now if you want. You really could if you want to now. We're up by 40. And we're actually gonna hop in before the game is over to see the celebration. Because I forgot to do this the time that we won. The New York Knicks are going to win their second championship in this series. Didn't win it in real life like the Knicks did in 2026. And we won it in, 2028? Here it is in 2030, whatever. I think it's 2035. Looks like we got our full starting five in the game, which is cool. Other than Swigo. And Chris Paul cuts the lead to 40. That's game, fellas. By 42 points, New York Knicks are NBA champions. It took trading $1 billion first-round picks to get a lot of young guys on our team that really didn't contribute all that much this year, for the most part. It took playing Darren Peterson injured to play the entire 48 minutes. It took Pepsi 50. Was that last season? We've defeated justice. Shout out Advent. And that's a promise that this team has become a myth. Okay, we're going overboard with this. All the live references. New York Knicks are champs. Mullet donned the orange afro and worked out. We've defeated the evil slimes. And it'll be Peterson hoisting the whole squad. Get on up there, fellas. That's what it's all about. Getting a hug from Adam Silver is what it's all about, boys. Who is bro holding the trophy? Who's that? Is that Julian Wright's little brother or something? Who's that guy? Now he's got to be an assistant coach or staff member or something. But that's all. Oh, it's a Mullet. Mullet with the leading score with the 31 points. I think Peterson triple-double. I think he's going to be the finals MVP. Right? I think it has to be. Our mate, solid 9 points. Dream was 7. Howard only 6. He really just... he must have contained Justice at least a little bit, you know. Would have liked to see these final 5 guys get in the game late, but that's alright. Yeah, Justice 23. Did have 10 assists, 5 steals. No blocks, though. Just 1 of 7 from 3. Seems like he takes too many threes. Even though he has a 99 everything, he doesn't seem to be, at least against us. He shot 51% in the playoffs. But at least against us, it doesn't seem like he shoots that well from 3. He might need to work on his tendencies, too, a little bit. And then you got Crawford with 18 and Mayer with 12, and that's it. Ace Bailey, 8 on 3 of 13. Hamilton, 4 of 13. Culver, 2 of 12. This was just a abysmal offensive performance from the Slimes. They got slimed. They've been slimed out. And Pride Miletic, Mick Gievich? Let's see, Hans McGee. Is it Hans or is it Han? It's Hans, right? Pride Miletic, Mick Hansgievich. No, Gee. Gee or G? I used to have the same problem with Alonzo G. Hans McGee, right? Hans McGee. Mick Hansgievich. There we go. Mulletich Mick Mullet. All right, Mullet. It's his guy. Mullet is a champion. There you go. Now give me my 20 BC. Ah, 12. Come on, man. I'm 1/10,000th of a way towards a headband. Anyway, Knicks, we've done it, and it is Peterson. 25 points, 9 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals. Shot the ball incredibly well for the finals. 46% from the floor, 45 from 3, and 94 at the line. Great series. He became the guy again. I almost put this man as our 6th man this season, and I'm like, just put him at point guard, stupid. And then we won the championship. So that worked out. I'd say that worked out pretty well for us. We've won championship number 2. Mullet's a champion. Peterson came along with us where we couldn't get Cooper Flagg to, but we got this man. He leads us. Pepsi is a champion. Again, Swigo, it's unfortunate, dude. Come on, man. 2 games away from being a starter for the finals championship, but he's got 2 rings now. You know, that's a lot more rings than most people in life. Mate just 6 points, but playing his role this season as he was moved back to the bench. You really love to see it. Great series all around from everybody. And we've defeated him, the final boss. He intended to be the final boss of this series. Has he missed a game before? Surely he's been hurt, right? That's just not correct, right? Oh yeah, that's the 1999 season. Oh, some of his stats are gone too. He's like never missed a game. He just doesn't get hurt. He's got 99 for all his injury ability or whatever stats, ratings. So yeah, 26, 13, and 11. He would have been Finals MVP obviously if they won. 2.5 steals and 2 blocks as well. On nearly 50-50-90 shooting. 50-40-90. And he had a +8 plus minus while he was out there. Just Cody Williams was a 6.9. That's interesting. But yeah, we've won our 2nd championship of the series. And now, I guess we can simulate up to the draft. Denny Shingun. Man, Jaden Ivey. He was able to hang around for a while, huh? Good for bro. Peyton Watson. A lot of his stats are gone. Benedict Mathurin, Brandon Miller. Jalen Williams. That was him earlier. He's down to a 68. What happened to Jalen other than the fact that he regressed and got drafted by one of the fantasy expansion teams? What in the world happened to the dude that dropped him all the way down to a 68? That's tough. I mean, he's going to be worse than basically every other player that retires here. I mean, Peter Forbes, who never played in a game, is higher rated. That's tough. A lot of staff members retiring. Any notable head coaches? Chris Quinn, does that count? Udoka. JB Bickerstaff. I didn't even see JB at the top. Win Snyder as well. Draft lottery. We have no picks. The Hawks have ours, so staff signing. It'd be a really good year for Keith Park to be a free agent right now. He'd be getting the ultimate bank. We need a doctor. Somebody call a doctor. Shout out Lucio. I don't see that guy that had the billion badges, so he'll still be under contract. I do like this guy right here. He's got a bunch of offers, but we've got a lot of money because we're the New York Knicks. So we're just going to overpay and get the guy. And there you go. That's that's how you do it. Daphne Keene is now a two-time NBA GM champion. How would you say that? An NBA two-time NBA champion as a GM. There we go. Keith Park is now an NBA champion as a head coach. As I said, we can go ahead and sim to the draft. Actually, we could sim past the draft. We don't have any picks, so might as well. Tayshaun Thomas goes number one at an 83 overall. Yeah, this kind of would have been a better draft to have all those high picks, but I like the guys we got. Nikola Obradovic goes to the Knights. Ingram to the Magic. Yeah, those guys are really good. I had Gentrude. Seven, not Stephen. Not Stephen A. Smith. Seven Smith the second. Simon Garang, not to be confused with Paul Garang. Avicic. Yeah, there's some notable players in this draft class. And still high overall players as well. I like in Octi's series, like there's all these players that are mid 70 overall players that are pretty good coming into the league, but I never felt like the league was oversaturated. So whatever settings, I mean, I don't know if the players in mine are necessarily juiced either. I feel like my settings are in a pretty good place, but so no draft picks for us. We've got options on Dream, Newton, and Vernado. We'll pick those up. DeBoney's going to hit free agency. We're obviously not going to have money. And we have all our players coming back, so yeah, we have no free agents. So we're just going to skip free agency as well. It's going to be a short off season. It's going to be the shortest off season of the series by far. Player progression. This is a big one. Swigo again down just slightly. Howard's up 4 and Blieva's up 4. We've still got Swigo for 3 more years. I think with Swigo, he may still be starting for us, but we may start to kind of phase him out a little bit more. He's 30. He is an F athlete, but he's got the A plus 3 ball still. He's still got A plus post defense. He's still got A minus rebounding and still A plus IQ. So we're not benching him by any means. And the other two guys up 4 each is really nice. Pepsi, again, going down slightly. His perimeter defense goes down slightly, which is okay. His IQ's up to an A+. plus. Dream's up 1. Vernado's up 3. Okay. Wright stays the same. He's just kind of stuck there. Huh? Boateng's up 4. He probably won't start this year over Wright, but maybe down the line possibly could. O'Driscoll's up 1. Mullet, thought he was a 90, but it shows him going up 1, so I guess he was an 89. He's back to a 90, right? Because I think he was 90 when he was a small forward. His inside scoring goes up. His athleticism slightly goes down. Still B minus. It's not bad. Newton, B 3-point, B plus perimeter defense, and A plus playmaking. He could very well be our starting point guard if we didn't have Finals MVP Darren Peterson over there. And then Thompson's up 4. I like that too. Peterson does go down 1 to 90. Coming off a Finals MVP kind of stinks, but it doesn't look like his stats really, nothing really dropped of significance. So Mate's actually going up still, +1. And then look at Rafa up 6. A plus 3 ball, B minus perimeter defense, B plus playmaking. In another year, him and Mikal Newton might be our starting backcourt. We're really stacked. We don't have an overwhelmingly dominant player, I guess. Not like a Justice, but we're so good, dude. Like Mikal Newton's our third best player now. He was a what, 75 when I started the stream. Now he's an 89. That's pretty good. That's yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. So I'd love to see that. Skippa. You know what? I'm gonna stop right here. On the off chance that I get a draft class made, I don't know when the next stream will be. It could be tomorrow, for all I know, or it could be in a month. I, I don't know. It might not be before 2K27 comes out. I don't know. But I'm going to stop right there just in case I make a draft class that I want to use. So we're going to have the same team coming back that we just won the finals with. We got a little progression, a tiny bit of progression, to be fair. But I really like our squad. We finally won our second championship. One of the goals of doing this for Mullet's birthday, the reason I did this in the first place, other than to try to be entertaining, I guess, was to win championships, was to be competitive every year and try to win as many championships as possible. And this is only our second. Obviously, we've made 5 and we lost 3, unfortunately. But sweeping the Thunder back in the 27-28 season, which was really our second full season of taking over the team. And then we had really good battles with the Raptors, knocked out by them and Scotty Barnes a few times. Decided somewhere around here, okay, it's time. We got to move on from our core pieces of Cat, Brunson, Bridges was still on the team. Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart faded out, retired. We had Giannis for a little bit. We had Jokic for a little bit as they were regressing heavily. And just trying to build through the surplus of draft picks that we had and trying to get younger when it made sense to. Obviously, we've been back in the finals the last 2 years. So I think my team building strategy worked, where I was trying to leave myself some cap space for the future. When I was signing like Jokic and Giannis, when I was doing big 1-year deals, it's like, well, this guy is the best player on the market, even if he's old. There's nobody else I really want to go for. So it's like, I'll just take the proven, still very good player, have him for a year. It is New York. They are, Jokic and Giannis, probably top 20 or so players already right now in real life. So at that point, they're close to being ready to retire. It's like, hey, just give them a 1-year deal for $50 million. Why not? Try to be competitive and still save for the future. And that's what we did. And then we flipped all of our draft capital into future assets, essentially, with all these young guys on the team to fill out our roster. Finally moved Peterson to point guard, and that worked very well. One last thing maybe to look at is probably going to be extensions. Can we do that right now? Doesn't seem like it. Can we look at contracts? Why can't I do anything right that I want to in this game? it just doesn't want me to be able to do anything. Why would it not allow me to look at my own team's contracts right now just because it's the off season? Does anyone notice how goofy that is? It's dumb. It's silly. Like it could be a worse thing happening, right? But like, why? Why is this happening? Why is it so silly? There's nowhere to see your current team contracts. So okay, here's what I'll do. If I end up making a draft class, I'll just import it later on. Let's get through the off season. Hey, Rome Sterling, shout out the Rollers legend. Or actually, now can I see contracts? Now I can see contracts now that we've gotten off the FIBA game. Okay, whatever. So right away, we got a few guys, one of which, the most important player on the team, one could argue, is Mullet. He still has a 1-1, which means he has a player option. Is that right? He does have a player option. I would like to re-sign him now so he does not opt out of that player option and then we lose him. In fact, I want to re-sign everybody. So Mullet is actually taking a little bit of a pay cut despite being a 90 overall. How much of a pay cut can we get him to take? Let's go to here. See if he takes this. I'll even give him another player option. That's fine. You know what? No, I don't want to give him another player option. He's going to decline, so we have to give him a little bit more money. That's fine. Take it up to 40.5 in the final year. There you go. Pride Milicic will stay another 3 years. Next up, let's talk to Julian Wright. We signed him as a free agent. He actually still has 2 years left on his deal, so just to confirm. Yeah, I'm actually not going to negotiate with him then this year. We'll do that next year. The other one, though, is Mikel Newton. And despite, oh my gosh, despite not really having ever started, I know he started some last year for us, and he only averaged 6, 3, and 2. He's up to an 89 overall. We know Mate at 28 is probably not long for the team. Swigo as well at 30, obviously a different position, but and like I know I have other guards. I'm kind of talking myself into not signing him. Really good player. He's developed so much, is the thing. I think it's worth signing him, even if down the road we end up not wanting him to be on the team. He's just gotten so good. I don't know what his role exactly is going to be right now or in the future. This is a crazy contract to just give a guy that has been a backup, and he's going to continue to be a backup this year, but it's what he will. Oh, and he declines. Okay, well, a little bit more money. Just a little bit. Okay, that's the max right there, so we can't give him that much more. There you go. Mikel Newton's back. Oh my goodness. That's more than Mullet's deal. And he's behind Mullet still. I mean, he's an 89 and he's younger. I guess I get it. He's 4 years younger. He's going to develop and be better than Mullet within the next 4 years, so probably by next year. Now, Mullet definitely does things that I like better. He's got an A+3 ball. He's a better post defense, which Mikel Newton having B post defense is kind of crazy. They both have B plus perimeter, very good playmaking. Mikel's a better rebounder. He's a better athlete. So he definitely has qualities to his game that make him a better player than Mullet. But it's Mullet, man. Peterson at the point with Mate as his backup. We still have Rafa developing. Milicic at the 2 with Newton as his backup. We've got Thompson developing. Wright at the 3 with Boateng, even though he's still developing behind him. And then O'Driscoll with the A3 ball. Maybe he should be playing a little more. Bad defender, though. Bad defender. At the 4 is Pepsi 50. Who's getting up there in age, by the way? Molt's 26, Pepsi's 27. It's getting up there. Dream at just 22. Bernato's, he's developed a little bit. He hasn't broken out as a scorer, certainly, like he did for the Kansas City Reign legend. And then Swigo at 30 now. Is he the oldest? He's the oldest player on the team, isn't he? Him and Peterson. Howard at just 20. Blaev at just 20. All those guys we drafted, I think, was worth it. I really do. All those picks we gave up. You think about who we had. Who we had besides those 6 players. Swigo, Pepsi and Dream, and Vernato. Wright, Milicic, Newton, Peterson, and Mate. And like that alone right there is a really good rotation, but we don't have anybody for the future then. We took like 20 draft picks and we turned them into 6 top 10 picks. It's like, yeah, you just go do that when you can, I think. Especially at the point in the series where it's like I just want to win championships as many as possible. So, yeah, that's that. Championship number 2 has been secured by our New York Knicks. And now I'm going to go throw up after having to say that out loud. I don't necessarily consider myself a Knicks hater in real life, but I am a Pacers fan, so I'm not exactly the biggest Knicks appreciator. I wasn't exactly rooting against them per se, against the Spurs, but I also was not really rooting for them. You can ask Mullet about that if you're watching this. Mullet, you can ask yourself. Why don't you just go ask yourself that question? What am I looking for? I'm trying to get to NBA history. There we go. Justice now 4 straight MVPs. The MVP fatigue's got to set in eventually. Peterson got 2 with the Hawks. Giannis won 1 with Brooklyn. I forgot that. We traded him to the Hornets. Remember that? That was like the first mega trade that I facilitated. Was Giannis going to the Hornets and then he left. And then I did Luka to the Pacers and he left. Like, why are you guys not negotiating with these guys? You give up all these picks. Negotiate with them. And both the Hornets and the Pacers have not been in the finals in this series. So it's almost like they probably should have re-signed Giannis and Luka. Who would have thought? Let's finish out the offseason here. Autogen. See if there's like a crazy, really good player here. Okay, there's a guy that had a triple double with the last name Irving. That's a center. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Maybe we just keep the draft class. I don't know. I don't really want to, excuse me, take the time to develop an entire draft class this late in the year. So who knows? Maybe I will. And again, the only player we can negotiate with right now is Julian Wright, who, by the way, wants like no money. I don't really understand that. But he's still got a second year on his deal left. Should I just go ahead and negotiate? Because he hasn't progressed the 2 years that we've had him, but what if he shoots up to like an 88 next year and he's asking for even more money? I mean, we're 133 million over. It doesn't really matter. I'll just give him this. That's fine. He's only 24 now. Got an extra 3 years on his deal now. I don't mind that. Yeah, we're just a little bit over the salary cap. That's okay. Teams do that. Maybe not so much anymore with the aprons, but like I said earlier, we're not out here wearing aprons. We're playing basketball, and now we're winning championships. So, if you watch the VOD, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for Mullet for inspiring the creation of doing this series this whole time. Sorry, it's been so long since I did the last episode. It's been a couple of months. If you get to this point in the video, I do have a NFL video Colts breakdown that I'm going to be posting hopefully tomorrow if I'm able to record tonight for it. I have the entire, again, it's a PowerPoint. I'm sorry, I'm not super fancy with graphics and stuff, but or software and stuff, but you know, it's a nice little PowerPoint presentation. So I think that'll be out tomorrow. I guess that's it. This was episode like 8 of the series or something. I don't remember. I don't know if I'm going to get timestamps on it anytime soon, but we've won our second title in the series. Everyone that's supported in some way, thanks for watching and the support on it. It's been when I've actually played, when I've actually done it. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. This was a fun group of players to put together, and the past several streams, primarily with Mullet Shadow hanging out. It's been fun. So I've probably only got one or two streams left of this, I would say. And again, I'll try to do. If it wasn't for the sim taking so long, I could probably do another season, but not today. So that's a moot point. All right. Thanks for watching. Godspeed, Militich. Enjoy that new contract and that orange afro. That's that. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.